Varying levels.
Varying levels of British.
Sounds about right. In that case, welcome, people, to this week's continued loss of insanity.
Yep.
How it drops. So,
Drop it like it's hot?
drop it like it's hot. Last time, since we took a week break last week,
Yep.
Oh, don't even worry about it. Shit happens, man. We got 3 people. It's not like we can always just afford the beauty and the detriments of a small party.
Yeah.
So last time,
nobody died.
you're
Nobody
not
died.
wrong. Nobody fucking died. So you almost did die last time as you were traversing through a labyrinth of hidden rooms in this graveyard of an Alceran. You were being chased by a creature of indiscernible type and origin for most of your time through, largely composed of running, squeaming your way through the vast necrosis that seemed to permeate through the entire structure. Until you realized it was a flesh golem.
Uh-huh.
You will say fought it.
We totally did.
If that's what you want to call what we did, sure.
We'll say fought it. Because I don't know if there's any words that could describe it better than that. You eventually did kill it. Through some amazing fucking rolls.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You made your way.
Sunday, so we'll see.
True. Most of it wasn't amazing rolls. The ending was, though.
Oh, yeah.
You got down to the bottom floor, you assume, of the structure where you found the demon that was holding Grimdolf the White's staff. You found him to... Yeah. You found him to have already been dead with these almost melted holes that went into his skull. His eyes whited over with a sort of expression of anguish almost. Grimdolf then greeted you, walking out of his room. He had apparently taken a back route.
That we could have known about.
Yeah.
He took the stairs.
He did take... He took the elevator.
Oh, good.
Y'all was taking stairs. He took the elevator. You gave back the staff. The invasion was halted. You guys grabbed up what items you had been given as a reward for your work
Right,
from the fun box.
Tootsie Rolls! Kit Kats!
Oh, God.
Yes, the infinite bag of candy, the lucky coin, and the special hammer.
Yes.
The hammer.
Hammer. Which reminds me to actually add it properly.
Indeed, and what the fuck? Where we left off, you all had just received and said your goodbyes to Grimdolf. You are at the hallway leading up to the second floor. Alright. Do you just make your way out, or is there anything you'd like to do before you leave?
No. You know what I do? I reach to my bag and I pull out mochi.
Mochi.
And I'm going to munch on a mochi.
Sure. You can definitely get a mochi out of there. Why not?
Perfect candy bag. Okay, I've connected the dots.
Infinite candy bag.
got so confused what a mochi was. I was like, is that like a name of something? Do you have a secret pet that you haven't told us about? Because I'm offended.
Glenhorn is totally the person that would adopt a pet and then eat it.
Oh,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Damn. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before you leave?
I really just want to get out. This hurts.
yeah, Lumia wants to get out. Basically,
I
she's
am in
checking out
pain.
her hammer, but she's ready to go.
By all means,
We'll have ourselves a good sit down outside the graveyard fence, and I'll distribute the goods in my bag, and we'll sit around for an hour. That sounds good.
Perhaps not in the graveyard.
No, outside the fence.
Okay, that works.
Outside the defense of the graveyard.
of course you make your... Oh,
Should we perhaps check and make sure that the lovely Talon guards have not died to an onslaught of zombies?
Yeah, didn't we leave? Didn't we leave?
you guys did leave mid-battle and you were down for a while.
Yeah.
Time to find out.
You'll find
Oh,
out as
wait,
you
wait.
leave.
What's his name again?
Who?
We left Ashrin.
No,
Who did
Asher.
leave that?
Ashrin is waiting on the first floor.
Oh, okay. Alright. I thought we left them
Oh yeah.
in
No.
here.
No, Ashrin's on the first floor of the dungeon. So he was in that sort of large room where the trolls were. Or the ogres. My bad.
The big old guys.
The big boys.
How's our boy? How's our boy Ashton?
Well, as you make your way up to the first floor, he's there. He still seems a bit spooked, however, you see a wave of relief over his face as you all come up, which is immediately followed by a worried expression as he sort of goes over to you all. Oh my god. You're all so beat up.
He probably got like a couple cracked ribs and definitely some blood like just running down his face.
Here you go, Ashrin. I have this green ball thing I found. It's food.
What is...
It's candy.
He sort of like leans in hesitantly to sniff it, and he's like, "It smells weird. What?
Yeah, it kind of smells like leaves. It's good though.
I mean, it kind of smells like a tea leaf, yeah, but he sort of takes a nibble of it. It's cold.
Yeah, that's my head right now.
He eventually like just shoves the whole thing in his mouth after like a few more hesitant going for it.
If you want more, I got more stuff in this bag.
It's actually quite delicious. Thank you. How are you all doing though? You look
We're doing
Dear gods.
right.
My head hurts.
You are all troopers. I'll say that.
I am in indescribable pain.
Maybe we should get you to a hospital.
It's a hospital.
I'll take you. Come on. He's just leading you up the stairs.
What's my name?
I need to stop laughing. Good grief. Okay. I think at this point, though, Gira probably is at that point where he would just start laughing.
That's very fair. He still looks very concerned.
I'm taking the easy way out. Fuck walking.
Are you flying out?
I'm just floating like an inch off the ground.
You
Fair
know,
enough.
so much blood where just everything's fucking hysterical. That's the stage that Gira's at.
Yeah, understood.
Illumia's checking out that hammer though.
It is a hammer.
It's a very nice hammer. She is attuning to the hammer.
Fair enough. It's pretty well made. There's these runes on it which you can't seem to decipher. It seems to be from a language that is
Long gone?
It could either be long gone, it could be from somewhere else entirely. There's not exactly a way of discerning where,
Gotcha.
how, or what.
It says Harbor Freight on the side of the hammerhead.
It has the little Home Depot symbol on the bottom of the pommel.
Oh no.
I just like the idea of it having an Arby's logo on the side.
Hardware symbol.
There's one thing you can be sure of, it's not gonna break. That's sure.
You fucking right. It's just made in China. Anyways. I'm getting distracted. It's been a day. As you exit out the entrance, the obelisk is still cracked. Some shatters of the gemstone are littered in the grass at your feet. The figure you saw before doesn't appear to be there. He's no longer waiting at the front.
Oh, that guy left. I wonder if he wanted some candy.
He does not deserve candy.
If you'd like, you can make a perception check to see if he's still around.
I would love to
sure.
check.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's 17 plus 5. I don't know numbers.
22. I
22.
was about to say 23, and I was like, wait.
That's a 4 plus 5, so 9.
Glenhorn, you are just too distracted with your mochi and the other assortment of sweetened goods in your bag that you don't really notice. Gira, you do, sort of glance off to the right, maybe 40, 50 feet off. You do see the figure there. He stands there staring at you for a second, and then turns and walks behind another mausoleum.
It kind of gives us snarl.
Fair enough.
Other than that, doesn't do anything.
As you snarl, Ashrin sort of looks over. Is something wrong?
I do not like that man.
What, man?
Even Illumia will look up and kind of glance around like, She likes the hammer. Focus on the hammer.
That man?
Yes, the hooded figure one that was outside of
that one.
Oh.
He's a jerk.
That one. Remember, Ashwin, I'm the one who... We just asked him very quickly where they went and we're just waiting.
Right. The sketchy one.
Yes.
I'll have to take your word for it, Gira. He definitely seemed odd. He basically said he'll take your word for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just missed the second half of your sentence.
Fair enough. I actually needed to fix my mic positioning, so... So he begins leading you out of the graveyard, takes you a ways into the city. There's definitely a sort of stench of death all throughout the city, both undead and once living alike. However, it seems that the damage was stopped before it would have become too crucial as to cause a incredibly major loss of life. They were definitely able to mobilize and hold off long enough that they were somewhat fine. They might have been on their last
Okay.
legs before the defense broke, but you seem to have stopped. Probably the best timing you could have.
Cool. Do you happen to pass anybody that looks particularly rattled?
Most people look particularly rattled.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to a random person.
Yeah, you see a family. There's 2 mothers and their kids.
Heck yeah.
Hey, 4?
There's 4 of them. Yes.
Hello, you 4. Today was bad.
They look at you.
Have this. And I give him 4 Cadbury cream eggs.
The eyes of the children light up as they recognize the scent of chocolate, of course.
Oh no.
And
Yeah, it's pretty good.
they
Alright, I'm gonna go talk to the queen now. Bye.
The children are too focused on their candy to really pay notice. However, the mothers, while first going, to thank you, you say, "I'm going to talk to the queen now," and they double back a bit. But they're walking from the graveyard and they're going to see the queen. Okay.
Yeah, sounds about right.
These random ass people that just showed up out of nowhere.
Oh, Lordy.
I'm trying to make some people's days better. My skull still hurts.
The children are definitely brightening their day. The parents are confused as fuck.
Handful.
Is it morning or is it still night?
Yeah, what time is it?
You were in there for a while. It's morning by now. It's a very early morning. You feel the sort of cool air. It's crisp. It's maybe at the very beginning of dawn.
I gotta walk soon.
Yeah. Yeah. You are definitely all, as you're now walking through the town, you're starting to feel just how long you were in there sort of come over you in a wave.
The adrenaline rush is run out. Run out.
The adrenaline's gone, the fear has subsided, you're not fighting for your life anymore. Wow, you're tired.
Holy fuck, we're tired.
Ashrin sort of leads you to one of the makeshift infirmaries. He beckons you all to sit down at these set of beds that are side by side. What happened in there, if I might ask?
Pure chaos.
Lots of dead things. Found a demon. Demon died. No more dead.
The demon was already dead.
The demons?
Yeah.
The flesh golem, on the other hand, was not.
Flesh
Yes,
golem?
now.
What?
Yes,
There's a flesh golem in there?
there
Not
was.
anymore.
He was not dead. I believe we burned him.
Oh. I'm gonna have to report that.
You found a staff. You touched the staff. No more staff.
He pulls out a notepad and starts taking notes of what you guys are describing to him. As he's also trying to soak in what you're describing to him.
Found a bag.
Glance at them.
Bag has candies from all over the place. I don't even. What the fuck is this? Why is it? It's so hard like paper, but it's clear. I don't understand.
Hard like paper? What?
It's candy paper. Or sugar paper.
What the hell?
Actually, I was trying to think about plastic, but I don't know how to describe plastic.
I was like, they're not in the plastic wrappers. You're pulling out the candies themselves.
Oh, they're just the loose candies.
It's just the candies.
There's not going to be like a random Twizzler box like on the side of the road.
No.
Okay.
You pull out individual pieces of candy.
Okay, got it.
There's not like just going to be empty wrappers in there that have been sealed perfectly shut because manufacturing process did a goof.
This is not manufacturing, this is magic. And for the sake of not introducing plastic to this equation, let's just say it's individual pieces of candy.
Ironically, the Glenhorn, the cleric of nature, introduces pollution. Plastic pollution.
Now you tempt me.
No!
So if you want M&Ms, you just have to pull out M&Ms one at a time. You just get one
single
M&M.
M&M.
That's what the bags do with the M&Ms. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Lots of candy in this bag. All kinds of weird candy. I don't know.
Lumia's just gonna go back to focusing on her hammer.
Right. Anything else you need to report that I should take note
I
of?
want to sleep.
You're very tired. Yes. He sort of closes the notepad, puts it away. If you'd like, you can all rest here. I'm sure you definitely need your rest. We'll have some of the people tend to you. Just, I suppose, rest for now. Clovar will probably come find you when everything is in relatively working order again.
Alright.
Right. Have a good rest. He sort of very sheepishly leaves.
You're just trying to give the thumbs up.
We have room, yes? Or are we just being dropped off somewhere?
You're in an infirmary right now.
So it's like it's sectioned off with like curtains and stuff, right?
Yeah, but you guys can maneuver the curtains in a way that you three are sort of in your own little box if you wish, or you can have your individual spaces if you'd like.
Gotcha.
Is there like a little bowl that would normally be used for like water for like a wash basin or something nearby, like on a desk or something?
Roll perception.
Okay. Nat 1 plus 5, so 5. 6.
There's a lot of bowls around.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna take a bowl.
Okay.
And what are the contents?
What are the That is the question.
Water.
That's...
What color is the water?
It is very bloody water.
Oh!
Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Get a sense it was probably used to wring out the towels covered in blood, because there are a lot of people whose wounds are being tended to.
If I look around and there's no other clean bowls, I'm just gonna dump the water out of this one.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh. There's not, at least not that you can find. They're all either filled with the same bloody water or bandages and such, supplies. You just dump it out on the floor in here?
Yeah.
There is a splotch of bloody mud that is now in front of you on the ground. Some of the nurses are kind of giving you looks like, what the hell is he doing?
Glenhorn is not
giving me a look.
He's fucking done today. He's gonna take out like a rag or something that he has.
Uh-huh.
And wipe out the bowl.
Uh-huh.
You get a reasonable amount of it off, but you would need to like thoroughly clean it in order to get all the blood off.
As long as most of it's off, it's fine.
I'm so concerned for what's about to happen.
What fitting music! I'm gonna then take handfuls of candy out of my bag, just random assortments of candy and throwing them in a bowl.
What are you
Figured you were
doing?
gonna do that.
You now have a bowl of slightly bloodied candy.
Put it on the table, and I'm gonna eat some candy.
Oh
Some
God!
small pieces.
You
And I'm gonna
notice,
fall back onto the bed and knock the fuck out.
Where's this?
Snuggling my bag.
Oh, now I know it's Cass.
I'm just gonna go
Motherfucker.
ahead and roll the Constitution saving throw.
Olivia sectioned herself off in this time, so
very fair. Gira, are you watching this?
I watched most of it, then got grossed out, rolled a 23 to not puke, and then passed the fuck out, pointedly not looking at Glenhorn.
Reasonable. Illumia, did you watch the whole thing?
no, she did not. The moment she got in there, she kind of sectioned herself off because
Cool.
Generally being stabbed with like something, regardless, after being found out as a foreclaimer, it kind of makes you want to stay a little more hidden.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
she didn't see this. She's not too concerned.
Yeah, I mean, then yeah, I guess none of you really notice. So you all are going to have a long rest.
Hell yeah!
Thank you. Oh my god.
Quick question, Glenhorn, did you take some time to attune to your stone?
To the crystal, not yet. I wanted to do that when I wasn't on death's door.
Fair enough. Then in that case,
Illumia definitely did.
Gira,
You took my crystal?
Hello.
No, her hammer.
would you like to join me in the room where it happens?
Whoa!
Oh dear. I'm so concerned.
Where it happened.
Hello.
Hello. So, you do have a dream.
Oh joy.
It starts similar to a dream that you've had previous. You are once again in this heavily wooded area. There's a very small clearing with, in the center of it, a fire, as well as a cloaked, and also you can kind of glean somewhat armored figure. A long red tail with these sort of golden horns coming out from the hood. It seems like there's been some slits cut. However, this time you can't really see facial figures. In fact, you can't see anything at all. It seems to be blacked out. It's like there's a void. What do you do?
So there's like a void where the face is? Like,
Yep, there's nothing there under the hood from what you can tell.
okay. It's like I genuinely can't see anything there, not like I look at it and then immediately when I look away I forget.
No, there's just nothing.
Okay, cool. How far, where am I in position to this figure?
You're at the edge of the clearing.
Okay. Looking around the clearing, do I see anything else other than this fire pit and this red-tailed golden horned gentleman?
Woods, and more woods.
Excellent. Do I recognize the woods?
Seem pretty familiar to the woods that are near Entwood.
Okay.
In that sort of area. I should also probably mention where there was a sort of aura of calmness in the last dream. It's a lot more eerie this time. You almost feel a shiver up your spine.
Great. Is this figure like looking towards me?
It's looking at the fire still. Very much like the last dream.
Cool. I think we're gonna approach hesitantly. Yeah, approach.
You do that. And as you sort of slowly make your way through, probably not trying to make too much noise.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to react quite yet.
Real quick, Gira's gonna look down at his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Do they look normal?
Yeah, the hands look normal. They're the same sort of... They have these sort of gauntlets that the figure is wearing.
Sorry, no. Gira's gonna look at his hands.
Oh, Gira's hands.
Yes.
Gira's hands look normal.
Okay, Gira wants to make sure he's Gira.
Yeah, no, whereas... The last stream sort of came almost more like a vision, as if you were seeing something that was there. It is very much you are being plopped into this scenario.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're just gonna kind of like, in typical Gira fashion, look around hesitantly and be like, hello, new friends. Probably, maybe, I don't know. This is very weird and very creepy. What is going on?
You hear the same voice that you had heard earlier in the day. Very cold, precise, almost stern. What is your name, little one?
Ah! Okay, cool. I am Gira.
What were you doing in that catacomb, might I ask?
Are you referring to the catacomb that we were just in?
Yes, unless you happen to go through them often.
I mean, not super often, but a catacomb adventure is not unheard of.
I wouldn't know. You've only just recently caught my attention.
Well, we were trying to stop the zombies from killing people.
And you notice, as this voice, the voice doesn't seem to be coming from the figure. It's almost sort of reverberating in your mind.
Sus.
Quite sus. Tell me, is there any chance you're going to further block my plans from coming into fruition?
I suppose it depends on what exactly the outcome you hope to accomplish with those plans.
Rebirth.
There are many forms of... I'm afraid you will have to be a little bit more specific for me to properly answer your question. Give me just 1 second. Sorry.
It's all good.
Okay, sorry.
And we're back.
And we're back.
How should I put this in a way you would understand? Bluntly will suffice. I want to commit a genocide.
Yeah, that is not ideal.
Well, I suppose in that case, I'll be watching you. Till we meet again.
You are very odd.
The dream ends. Your phrase goes ignored.
Excellent.
Whereas first it was eerie, the more you talked to him, he seemed more curious than anything.
Huh.
However, as you do wake up, you do still feel that sort of coldness going through your spine. Sort of like you're... Yeah, sort of like you're probably being watched. See you back in general.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
Something less specifically about? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hello. How'd it go? Is Gira dead?
No, yours fine.
Not yet. Not yet.
Did you get gangrene?
No, just a little thing.
Okay. Little
Sus
thing.
of everything. Everything is sus.
With good reason. Such shit happens to Gira.
And have a nice day.
Quite literally. So, you all get your long rest. You pretty much sleep through the day. It's not till the next day that anyone comes to get you.
Fair enough.
So unless there's something specific you would like to do before the next day.
I'll wake up at night.
Mm-hmm.
And everything's kind of still, Gira and Illumia still asleep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
They probably are.
I'm gonna leave the tent.
Okay.
And go dragon clicking through the sky.
Uh-huh. Clip through the sky.
Just observing the beauty that is the night.
Understandable.
And at some point, maybe I'll pop down on the city wall.
And it is... Oh.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, and then I pull out my crystal and start giving it a good once over.
The stone that you bought?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess would you like to meet me in the room where it happens?
Oh!
Sure.
You're next. And so it begins. So... It is a beautiful night. As you clip through the sky, you sort of hear the jolly drinking songs below, the sounds of those who had come out of a battle well won. And as you get farther and farther to the wall, that sort of joy kind of dies down to a solemn quietness, as a lot of the residents from this part of the city are either evacuated or passed. As you sit on the wall and look up into the sky, it's a dazzling mixture of different stars and all sorts of different colors. There's a little bit of red here and there. The mixtures of a galaxy that is out there. You attune to the stone. You pull it out. The stone somewhat, almost kind of resembles the night sky of which you're looking at as well, already. And you spend some time, and you feel this sort of magic pulsing energy that comes through it. And then everything turns dark.
Okay. Alright.
You open your eyes again, and you are floating in the vastness of space. There's nothing near you, at least not that you can discern. You are just surrounded by the little twinkling diamonds that are the stars that surround you from all sides, all angles. What do you do?
This is weird. Does my voice sound like muffled, or does it sound normal?
To you, it sounds normal.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try going in a direction. I'll go diagonally up and to the left.
You go in a direction.
Oh! I go up, I go down, left, right, forward, back.
Yeah, you go in directions.
I'll start cartwheeling.
you start cartwheeling. Round and around, everything moving as if in a spiral. It's almost like a kaleidoscope. You're just spinning, having quite the time of your life.
Do like the star-looking crystals happen to be anywhere near me? Do I happen to pass any?
No, they're just stars.
They're just stars. Okay.
They're just stars. They almost appear like dazzling diamonds, but they are stars and they are far away.
Okay.
However, would you like to make a perception check?
Sure. It's something close, right?
Not that you can tell, just off the bat.
Okay. Oh, that's an 18.
As you're spinning and spinning and spinning, you catch a glint of this sort of redness. You didn't really think of it much at first. It was more of like a, oh, that's pretty kind of deal. However, you notice that where it was just the one, there then appears to be another, and another, and another. Very quickly, more are starting to appear and sort of conjoin together into something. Do you continue what you're doing? Or
I'm gonna stop and look at it, and I'm gonna start floating towards it.
yeah, you position yourself and start moving towards it. They just continue to keep appearing, and then they almost start to look scale-like. These sort of nebulous forms.
Oh, fuck.
Into a entity that seems to be starting to surround you.
Alright.
Starts off with a tail going to a sort of serpentine-esque body.
Do I notice any wings?
There are wings. There are 4 legs to accompany.
Cool.
A long neck with a reptilian head, horned, spiked.
Hello there.
Where they're these sort of red square nebulae with an extremely bright center. However, you see that all of these individual bright centers seem to move through the body and up to the eyes, to two large glowing spectacles, and the head moves up close to you. And
my name is Glenhorn. Pleasure to meet you.
I should note that this is many times your size. Your body alone barely making the size of its lower jaw. It looks at you, it sort of tilts its head, gives a slight grimace, and all you hear is, "I see you."
Yeah, I can gather that. You're looking at me.
And after you say that, you're back on the wall, and you have your stone. I'll send you the ability now.
Oh.
This has been a very giggly session, I've noticed.
Funny.
I'll see you back in general.
Yeah, let me read this real quick.
Oh my god, this has been such a giggly session, holy shit.
Check the chat, I made it even more giggly.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. Hi!
Hello.
So,
Hey,
did Glenhorn get punched, or did he find a lady of the night? Because, like, that's the only two things I can think of.
he went speedy.
What?
He went speedy.
Oh, that's so much better than he did speed. I'm like, what?
I'm the man. No.
Hey, what's this white sugar coming out of the bag here? Oh, that's good.
Something happened, and he got zapped back to where he was, and I picture it like that was his reaction to being zapped back.
No, fair enough.
Close enough.
That was an experience.
The next day comes, and you all wake up.
Great, is Illumia's hammer gonna start talking to her?
It doesn't talk, but
Thank God.
you get the idea of how it works, how you'll be able to use it. Same with Glenhorn and your new shiny stone.
Yeah! Man, I gotta tell you guys, I made a new friend.
Oh God, he made a new friend? Oh no.
He's a real nice fella, I'll tell you what.
Oh no.
I'm concerned and intrigued.
Lumia's still cooped up in her little cup.
Anyways.
You've been very good. Yep. This is good.
As you wake up, there's breakfast next to you all. You have a free meal. It's pretty well cooked, but it's pretty simple. It's just some, eggs, bacon, a little bit of a fruit cup.
It's literally what you get at the schools.
Yeah, like, it's well made, but it's a pretty basic meal because they're not exactly in the shape to be doing anything fancy, and you are in an infirmary. Yeah.
With my meal, I'm gonna reach to my bag and think of...
You're not having candy for breakfast, are you?
He's having candy for breakfast.
A dark chocolate and mint Kit Kat.
Oh, I love dark chocolate mint Kit Kats.
And I'll pull it out. And I'll eat that with my breakfast.
Yo, I can't even judge you on that one. I fucking love those little things.
Lumia will just have her breakfast.
Very fair. How about you, Gita?
Hold on just a second. Yeah, that tracks. Quinn is up while eating the breakfast, but the breakfast is eaten.
Fair enough. You all take some time, you eat your breakfast, and as you're finishing up, you see that, tired as fuck mug, Kolvar walks in.
Oh, he's even more tired.
He's got bags under them eyes.
Hey,
Probably
Kolvar.
hasn't slept in a while.
We see you're not dead.
You're not wrong with that. Good morning to you all.
Hey, good morning.
She'll
You
just
want a
kind
Kit Kat?
Oh God.
You need more sleep.
What the fuck
Yeah,
is
I don't know.
What is a Kit Kat? His eyes are
It's
like
just
sort of
these
half
letters
open.
on. It's these letters here on this bar of chocolate I found. I think they're letters. What's a Kit Kat?
Well, those are letters. It appears to be common writing.
Oh, yeah.
What is it exactly?
It's a slightly bitter chocolate with a taste of mint. That's kind of crunchy like a cookie.
So chocolate without the sugar, as well as
Yeah.
mint. I'll have one.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll take it. I'll have a nibble. It's quite good, actually. We'll finish it.
Illumia will give like a vague acknowledgement, like kind of like one of those 2-finger waves, you know?
He gives a sort of half
Peace.
bow in return. You know, where you sort of
Yeah.
like nod the head and like the upper torso, but that's about it.
Gotcha.
I heard you all were successful in your endeavor. Ashram reported to me with, let's call it, the details.
Yes, let's go with it.
Yeah, sorry about that. My head was caved in. It hurt real bad. I just wanted to sleep.
He sort of like waves the hand. I'm like, you're fine. It's no worry at all. Honestly, I've seen weirder reports. I've worked with less. I was able to compile something. So
You need more sleep.
I wish I could say I would be getting some soon. But I am quite busy, especially now. There's going to be a lot of work that must be done. Going to have to rebuild some parts of the city and burst those who have lost invaluable people to their lives. But once all is said is done, hopefully I'll get a night's rest.
How is this man not dead from exhaustion?
Yeah, hey, if you ever need an excuse to go to sleep, I think I got a good sleep spell in my noggin here.
Oh
I'll
God.
just thump you real quick, then you'll be asleep.
I'm having trauma back to the fucking sleep stick right now.
I am not the type to look for an easy out, but thank you very much.
Alright.
There are other ways of putting people to sleep.
Please do not attack me and try to knock me out.
I will do no such thing. For now.
Oh,
I would never consider that, Kolvar. What are you talking about?
At any point, thank you very much.
So long as you get some sleep, you are safe.
I will get some when the work is done. But until then, I have to run things. Well, regardless. Should you all be ready, you should be able to see the Queen now. At any point today, just let me know when you're ready and you've gathered yourselves. She is awaiting you.
Got it. Should we meet you at the tower?
Just go to the front gates, tell the guards I sent you. They'll come get me.
He's gonna raise his hand.
Yes.
Should we find better clothes to meet the queen? This is what I have, and it is, as you can see, well traveled.
I'm not going to stop you if you want to make a particularly delightful first impression. However, I have told her about you. She's quite aware of who you people are and somewhat of what you're like, so To be honest, you're quite unpredictable, so even I couldn't describe that to its fullest. So she will not be surprised if you are to go in as you look now.
You're just not.
I'm also quite sure that most businesses are closed for the day. A lot of them got quite destroyed.
This
But
is
you
a
can
good point.
probably find something in the higher end of town, should you be able to afford it.
I have no money.
Let's just make a more realistic impression than a good one.
You know what, Gira? I think I have an idea for the money problem.
Oh no.
I am terrified of anything you all plan. So
Lazy
before
salute.
you start discussing things that are potentially illegal, just wait for me to leave.
Gira gives like a tired salute.
And I'll go down. I'll lean down to Gira's ear, and I'll whisper, "Is chocolate selling illegal?"
Mr. Kovar, sir,
Oh
Yes.
do we need a permit to sell chocolate?
my god. Let's not talk about permits right now.
I mean, you'll probably need to get a permit or something, so that you'll be able to sell. Well, depends. Why are you selling it?
I do not know.
Clovar looks at you, Glenn.
Do I have a basket? Do I have a basket?
No,
let me look at my inventory real quick.
You have the bloody ball.
Let me look at my inventory real quick. I think I have a container.
I'm pretty sure I've got a bowl with my pack that I have.
Glenhorn's Willy Wonka looking ass.
I have a priest's pack.
Pretty sure that one does not come with.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a piece of paper and I'm gonna write down on it. Candy. 1 copper to 1 gold, like 1C-1G. And I'll slap it onto the back of my bag.
Holy shit.
I mean, if you get one of those king-size candy bars, that's like fucking choice.
And I'll turn it towards Kovar.
If he actually chuckles a bit. If you're going to try and sell it within the city walls, especially one that is under the jurisdiction of an Elserin, you will need a permit. However, they're quite easy to attain as long as you maintain a certain level of quality.
I put out one of those Snickers bars the size of your forearm.
I meant more in cleanliness rather than size of chocolate.
Oh no, I meant, is this enough to satisfy the requirements?
There's a small fee and you'll have to sign a few documents. I don't think chocolate will do that, but it's honestly not it's not a terribly pricey fee. I believe it's only about a silver.
Alright, I'll shove it back in my bag.
And of course, especially since you're just, a sort of wandering merchant, if you're trying to set up a store, of course there'd be a lot more to it, but the permit to be able to sell goods, definitely not hard to attain. Any other questions? Or
Nah, Lumia's just enjoying her breakfast. Honestly.
Lumia just blinks.
Where do I get the permit from?
I'll get you one when I get back to the castle.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kovar.
Anytime.
Please get some sleep.
I will sleep when the work is done.
20-minute cat nap.
If I'm lucky to have 20 minutes.
He's staring him dead in the eye as he says this.
He stares you dead in the eyes back. Last time I had 20 minutes was right now, and that was to talk to you. So.
Oof.
We need you for another 20 minutes. Take a cat nap now.
I am not going to take a cat nap, and you don't actually need me unless you happen to have something important in mind. No, the 20-minute cat nap will not suffice. I have a lot of paperwork to get back to.
This system is garbage.
If I wanted to, I could probably hire some more people to do my work for me. However, I like to attend to things myself, make sure that they are up to standard.
Colbar, you need a
Big
secretary.
mood. That's a big mood right
I could
there.
get a secretary, or I could do it myself.
Colbar, you need a secretary.
I don't think I'll be getting one anytime soon. The closest I've got is Ezron, but he's usually off watching you guys nowadays.
Oh yeah, where's Ezron?
He was getting some of his rest too.
Oh, okay.
Colbar, I am going to find you a secretary.
No, thank you. It is
Colbar's
appreciated,
in a
but
fucking mood. I'm the same way.
it's appreciated, but no thanks.
It is too late. I have committed my mind to her. You are getting a secretary, so you can.
I am not, but thank you for the gesture. So, enjoy your breakfast, get ready. I'll be waiting for you at the castle. With that, he leaves.
Understandable. Illumia's just finishing up breakfast. She's enjoying it, because, you know, it's kind of been who knows how long since
you guys have had a decent cooked meal. And not just
well,
rations.
for her specifically, yeah.
Yeah.
Friend Glenhorn,
Yeah, what's up?
where will we go to find a secretary?
We could dismiss Ashwin. You know what? If we find a nice young man or lady along the way, we'll send them over Colbar's way.
A nice young man or lady. It sounds like we're setting him up for a date.
But it's like, nah, secretary.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Damn.
Get Colbar.
Oh, yeah, should we check in on Jenkins?
You have not checked in on Jenkins. Last time you saw him, he was gleefully running through the zombies, committing a war crime, probably.
That's what I meant. Should we check in?
It's up to you.
Should
I believe he is sturdy enough to handle his own, but I would not mind seeing him again.
Alright, yeah. How far away is Jenkins' place from the rich side?
He's definitely closer to the wall entrance.
Right.
He likes to keep it humble.
Fair.
So
Sure, I suppose first order of business is go check up on Jenkins.
Yep, check up on Jenkins.
you could definitely get there like an hour at most, depending on flow of people.
If we run along the rooftops, we can get there faster.
If you run along the rooftops, you're gonna be making deck saves.
If we get a piece of rope.
Oh my god. You're not already going to do the fly thing again, are you?
Oh, so if we get a bit of rope, and I could turn 30 feet of the world to darkness and fly away.
Why can you not walk through town like normal people?
Why would I could just make a bubble and fly.
No, don't do it for me. I'm not gonna stop you, but holy shit, the first thought is run across the roofs or fly. When it's like maybe an hour at most, and it's probably more like 30 minutes, since like half of the way there is just empty.
No.
Okay, for our one consistent viewer, we will walk like normal.
Yes.
For now.
Speaking of which, so we're watching right now.
We walk like ordinary fucking people, I guess.
Oh my god.
For fucking once, you walk like normal people.
Olivia has her cloak up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got the cloak up. Honestly, people seem so, like, in their own worlds right now that even when you didn't, like, even before you fully pulled it up, it's like they weren't really paying attention to you. It seemed like rebuilding is definitely top priority, not, ooh, look at this shiny person.
I know. She's just doing it
Is
for herself.
anyone?
Oh yeah, very fair.
Is that,
Just felt that was worth mentioning. You guys make
has
your
anyone
way.
taken an interest on the suspiciously written and poor handwriting note of candy?
Make a perception
One
check.
copper, one silver, one gold on the back of the bag.
Make a perception check.
Just
This will
Glenhorn?
never go wrong.
Not one. Nobody's fucking interested.
At 23.
You're getting the occasional look. There's actually one guard that walks over to you. Pardon me, sir, do you have a permit for that? And he points at the note in the bag.
Oh yeah, Komar told me to get me one when he gets back to the castle.
Do persuasion roll.
Good luck.
Alright.
Because you're not lying, however, you also don't yet have the permit.
Yeah, you don't have the permit yet, so.
Yeah, I never said I had it. I just said Komar told me to get me one.
Yeah.
What's my Oh, there it is. 15.
Well, for the time being, would you mind taking it off until you get that permit?
Oh yeah, sure. Hey, do you want a piece of candy?
No thank you. Perhaps next time, maybe. He sort of
I'll
walks
pull out a
back.
stick of rock candy.
He looks confused.
Like the super colorful, like glittering kind of rock candy on a stick.
He's more confused.
There's candy.
He sort of like hesitantly takes it, gives it a lick.
It is pure sugar with fruit dye.
It is just pure fucking sugar, yeah.
It's
He just
pure
kind of gives
sugar
a
with fruit dye.
he just kind of gives a shrug and walks back to the other birds with it.
Alright, cool. We'll keep going. Jenkins.
Spreading the word, I guess. You go to Jenkins' shop. Immediately off the bat, the buildings next to his shop are for the most part destroyed. His shop
What?
is about as pristine as when you first saw it.
Amazing.
Granted, not super pristine, because it wasn't that high quality to begin with, but it looks about the same. And you see through the window, Jenkins is sitting there at his desk, working on something.
Was he working?
Does the door look unlocked? What's the status vis-a-vis open sign?
The open sign is on open.
Excellent. Gira opens the door and walks in.
You open the door and walk
I
in.
will follow.
You follow. It's
Yeah,
Illumia.
Olivia will. Yeah. My
You
bad.
follow as well.
I zoned out for a hot second.
Very fair. You go in and the shop looks about the same, to be quite honest. Even on the inside. There's a little bit of a mark from when he was shooting earlier and he barely fucking missed shooting Glenhorn. Other than that, about the same. He doesn't appear to have noticed you yet. He's very, intently working on whatever the fuck it is he's working on.
He is very, or he's not very?
He is very. He is, in the zone.
I
Is
will.
he more curious or polite? This is important. Oh, he's definitely more curious. He's not going to say anything as he walks closer.
Neither will I. I'm just gonna sidle up to the desk.
Illumia's gonna stand back because they're being quiet.
Sure.
She knows what Jenkins can do. She's not messing with Jenkins.
Do investigation to see what it is he's working on.
Investigation.
Both of us?
Yep, both of you.
30-20.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, it's probably not going to be great. It's a -1. 2 for a 1.
2 for a dirty one.
Glenhorn, you make no fucking sense of whatever it is you're looking at. Vegeta, as you sort of like put your like fingertips on the edge of the table and peer over on your tippy toes like a kid at a candy store. He seems to be working on this sort of metallic arm. There's like these sort of mechanisms and runes that are covering it. He's sort of tinkering with it.
Sus. Sus as hell.
Remove this right here.
It's too late.
You're just kind of watching that mesmerized.
Yeah. Do you guys do anything else, or are you just watching him work? Because he's just gonna keep working.
Nuna is watching him work.
Okay.
Luna's probably in the background just looking at the stuff in the store. You know she can't buy it, she's just looking. So then she's not just being creepy like the other two.
Fair enough. What about you, Glenhorn?
And initially when we were doing the investigation, he was just sitting there cross-eyed.
He saw it, but he couldn't make any sense of what it was. So he's looking, but he doesn't understand it.
Yeah. And eventually, when his senses come back to him, he's gonna whip out a giant piece of candy, whatever giant thing comes to mind, and say, "Hey Jenkins, look what I found."
Oh shit! And he sort of like jolts back, just flipping the tools around. They fall onto the floor. Hey, it's you fuckers! Hey!
Yeah.
What are you doing in my store? We're closed!
I mean, we came to check. Oh, I didn't know it was closed. I didn't say it.
Actually, the sign said it was open.
Oh, it said it was open.
Ah, shit! That's right, no one came in yesterday. It was closed.
Yeah. We just came to check in on you, and also I found this really cool bag that gives me sweet stuff, and I thought you'd like it.
In case you haven't noticed, too many sweet stuff took out most of my teeth. Not too keen on it anymore.
Okay.
Not like I can.
I'll just leave it there on the counter.
He sort of takes it and then just inhales it.
Oh god.
Not all the way, but it's like he scarfs that shit down.
Understand.
Oh, I thought you meant like when someone like sucks in a hot dog.
No, dear God, no.
That's what I thought you meant. I was like, oh goddamn.
Big old sandwiches.
Fucking no.
Hey, remember that crystal you sold me?
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, do you remember going to space?
Oh, what?
I mean, I've seen space a couple times, if you know what I mean.
Did any giant red dragons come out?
What? The fuck are you talking about?
Giant red space dragons in the crystal?
Oh!
I just found that stone there, buddy boy. I don't know what the fuck that thing does.
Yeah, it's fine. Maybe I'll visit them later. We'll figure it out.
I just have it. I don't know what that is. Yeah? Oh, hey, there you are, too. Hey, how you doing there, Goblin?
Hello. What are you working on?
Just a little bit of a commission that came in. I'm fixing it up for someone. Don't know what it does, but some interesting magic.
Hey, Ethan, this is Jess asking a question. Does it have anything to do with time magic?
Maybe.
Excellent. Okay. My curiosity has been sated. Satiated.
Oh, this is perfect storm music too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is the music of Chicken Shop.
This is what I say. I just realized the music was
The
playing.
music in Chicken Shop.
It's like that calming elevator music, but it's so much better than the show. Especially considering who's running it.
And considering how painful it is here.
Joey, y'all in here for anything, or we just here to check up on little old me?
Yeah, just here to check up on you as far as I'm aware. What about you guys?
Aren't you just some sweet fuckers?
Yeah!
I am an evil gremlin.
Pretty sure you're not evil there, kid.
So we're going to the rich place, or?
What?
Are we going to the rich place, or?
The rich place you're buying from a store that ain't me. He sort of leans
No.
on the table
Actually,
and he leans on the table and looks at you very sternly.
No.
actually, we have no money.
Yeah, sounds about right, you broke motherfuckers. He leans back again.
But I figured there's some pretty amazing stuff in this bag I got here, so maybe someone's likely to trade.
You're gonna try to buy me with sugar?
No, I'm not going to trade the bag. I'm going to trade what's in the bag.
I know what I said.
Oh, okay. I missed that. My bad.
Well, it ain't the first time someone's done that. What you got? And what do you want?
Money.
Is he offering me to is he offering to sell me something in the shop?
Yeah.
He's offering to see where this goes.
Seems right.
You see, I got this, I pull out like a bundle of mochis.
Yeah? Well,
And I got these, I got these Wayland bars, I think they're called.
yeah?
And I got this rock candy, and I got this giant Hershey's bar.
What are you looking for before we start getting all crazy here with the...
Oh, I thought you wanted to see what I had.
I'm interested in seeing what you're going to try to offer for what. But we got to decide what's on the line here before you start offering me. That sugar sweetness.
Let me look around real quick.
Has Illumia found anything of interest for the group as she's been looking around?
Is it a general search, or is it like I'm looking for something on a specific sort of area of usage?
Kind of general.
You find a decently fancy suit that's about your size.
Interesting. Moving on.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna give a look around too, and
I mean, Illumia would look great in a suit, but let's be real, she's dead broke, so.
That's fair. I mean, in terms of what's in the front of the store, it's for the most part just like little knickknacks, like nothing of any particular magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like you come to him looking for something, and he may or may not have it, or he may or may not be able to get it.
Yeah.
In terms of what's in the front of the store, it's like there's piles of old clothes that are for resale. There's armors, some weapons. There's like a monkey paw.
Of course, there's a monkey paw.
Oh, you know what? Sure, I'll ask him about that. Yeah, do you happen to have a set of plate armor?
Yeah, I got plate armor.
And like the magical or non-magical variety?
In your size, yeah. nothing of the magical variety, but I could probably get something for you, or enchant it myself.
You know what? Sure, yeah, we'll go with that.
That's a lot of money there, bud. I don't know if you're going to be able to pay that off in sugar.
You'd be surprised. Dumps all their
You'd be
candy out
surprised.
and there's still more. It's all just coming out.
In fact, I probably got enough that you could start a second business.
I'm listening.
If we turn the candy bag inside out, does it turn into a candy bazooka?
I'm gonna.
I don't even want to think about that.
Here's the thing. It is an infinite bag of candy. So if you were to flip it inside out, it would just be infinite candy spewing everywhere until you reclose it. I don't even want to begin to consider. There's probably
Do you got a tarp or something?
Yeah, I probably got a couple tarps lying around here. What, you looking to buy a tarp?
No, just lay it out there on the ground.
Oh my god, we're buying shit with candy. Candy pieces.
Roll persuasion.
It's gonna happen regardless if he puts it there or not. But 19 plus 5, so 24.
I don't know how I'm feeling about putting a tarp in the middle of my shop for whatever the hell you're planning on doing there, buckaroo.
I mean, I promise you're gonna like it.
I don't think I am.
I feel like this is a false statement.
As much as I want to see where this goes, not in the shop.
Yeah, I want to do it outside.
Tarp covered with candy in the store.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage.
Oh, fuck, it was a 4 and a 19.
Oh man, that sucks.
Damn.
So,
At least it wasn't
9.
Look. Y'all seem like nice folk. I like you. Shut up. You are a very nice person, little goblin. You're all good people. However, I don't think just giving me a bunch of candy is going to necessarily equate. And, I got work to do. I got to work on this, commission here. Maybe just come back when you got money next time.
Yeah.
Alright. I will tell you the boring way, though. This is a bag of infinite candy, so I could just turn it inside out. Or not inside out, but upside down, and it'll never stop.
He's so concerned.
Have fun with that. Try not to eat too
I
much.
will.
Try not to eat too much. You'll get cavities. You wind up like me.
What are cavities?
So when your teeth right out of your skull.
Is that why my tooth's kind of hurting already?
Oh my god, no.
What was that?
I said, is that why my tooth is kind of hurting already?
Don't make him roll for a con save.
Roll for cavity.
Roll for cavity.
Roll a con save.
Roll con save for cavity.
Let's see.
To be fair, he hasn't had much candy yet.
I never said the DC was high, but we'll see
Fair
how
enough.
things go.
It's 17 plus 3, so dirty 20.
You don't actually feel anything.
Oh, okay.
You thought you did, but then you realize it was more of a placebo, like you didn't actually feel anything, you were just trying to relate.
Oh, okay.
To try and understand what he's talking about. I mean, you might want to get it checked out if you're really hurting there, but,
That's fine. I lost my teeth earlier yesterday, and I just got the good old cure wounds, and I got them back.
You know what? That's about how that works. So,
Alright. Leave you to your work, Jenkins. We'll come back when we got money.
yes, thank you kindly.
Friend Jenkins,
Yeah?
would you like us to turn the sign to the closed positions and work in peace?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind doing that on the way out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have fun with your arm thing.
yeah, thank you very much.
Can Illumia be the one that turns it around just as she leaves?
Or she can, unless someone else wants to fight for it.
Nope.
No.
But Illumia does.
Yep.
Jenkins gives a bit of a wave and goes back to his work as you all leave.
Yeah, I figured because she was already kind of over there. So,
Very
she
fair.
was hanging back.
Makes sense.
Then yeah, you guys are back out into the silent streets of the outer city.
You think we can get a pair of platinum rings for candy?
Let's not.
Pair of platinum
Let's just
rings?
try to earn some money and buy things in the normal sense.
Well, actually, I need 3 platinum rings. Not 2.
Why do you need 3?
For you guys.
I am very confused.
I stand correct. Why do we need one?
Spell work.
Alright. Let's just... I'm sure we don't need to keep the queen waiting any longer. I think my experience with the royalty... I don't know.
Not that you can remember.
Not that you can... Well, either way, let's not keep her waiting too long.
Oh yeah, you're right. Alright, come here, guys.
Well,
Damn it! I knew it was coming. I just didn't think so soon.
You made a very good point, Olivia. Come here.
no, but Olivia's gonna start power walking.
Olivia, hold on.
She is power walking.
You're already getting the rope out.
Yeah.
You're just gonna tackle Illumia entirely.
Hey, Gira, do you know how to make a lasso?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Alright.
Illumia is running.
Just talk faster.
Honestly, I don't blame you. Here's the thing. Gira's faster, so... What was that?
Gira is faster. Can Gira try to lasso Illumia?
Oh my god.
Okay. Do a dex... do a ranged attack, so just... Roll a d20 plus dex. Illumia, make a dex save to not get caught.
Oh, please. The one time my +1. Come on. Nat 20 plus 1.
So the total is 21. Gira, what's your total?
I could have used my Nat 20 last Sunday.
23.
It didn't even matter. So, Illumia, you are being chased by this little goblin with a noose. You have an idea of what's about to happen, and you're not keen on it. You see the lasso coming at you. You go to duck out of the way, and for a second, you are sure that you dodged it. And in the next second, you are hogtied with a goblin on top of you.
Why can't we just walk normally?
In which case, Dylan starts fucking sprinting past the 8-foot beast he is, and then an orb of darkness comes around, and I take off.
Could you guys entertain me someday where we just walk through town normally, at least on some occasions?
About halfway through that sentence, it's just as you're all jolted up into the sky from Glenthorne.
She still says it.
When we
That's
are
it, that's a dead sprint.
Absolutely.
So,
I gotta be real with you.
check Glenhorn.
That's right, Jack.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're just yeeting these people off of the ground. It's not so organized as it was the day before, or the couple days before.
14 plus 2, so 16.
Sure, I'll give it to you. You drag them off and fly to the castle, no clipping your way through the sky. Definitely getting more looks now than you were when you were walking like normal people.
Crossing her.
You are very pouty.
She's not pouty, but she's definitely a degree.
Very fair. Takes you about half the time to get to the castle, so about 15 minutes to fly over.
Nothing like the darkness!
When we get there and back on the ground, Gira safely unties the harness, makeshift harness of rope that he has Illumia in.
Yeah, as you land, the guards sort of like get in a stance and ready their spears. You get the sense that they weren't expecting a dark orb to fly at them. And then just land in front of them.
It's like seeing gnats fly around a bug zapper.
Quite literally.
Only a giant black ball.
Yeah. So.
Illumia will
Hello,
call
friend
it.
guards.
We'll call it like Kolvas sent us.
They look at each other. They look back at you guys. They look at each other. They look back at you
I'm gonna be a candy vendor.
We have an audience with the queen.
They look and kind of whisper to each other.
Illumia's still crossing her arms. She's probably just on the floor crossing her arms.
Does the queen like candy?
Oh my.
One of them looks over at you guys and gives a quick nod. Yeah, right this way. Go on in. Honestly, the Grand Hall is just right past the door, so go on ahead. We'll send a message to Kova. He'll greet you down once you go
Thank
in.
you, Mr. Arthur.
Yeah.
I'll take that nod as a yes.
Wouldn't recommend trying to do a sales pitch to the queen if you're trying to be a candy vendor.
Oh no, not a sales pitch, just sharing.
Sharing's caring.
I'm not gonna stop you, but I've never seen that be done before, so good luck.
Perhaps let's not try to sell to the queen or anything to the queen right now.
But Illumia, I'm not gonna sell to her, I'm gonna share.
That's why let's not even try to share. If she's already heard of us, she's probably aware of all of our shenanigans. So, let's be a degree of normal right now.
I do not know the meaning of that word, but I will try.
Yeah.
Smile.
Honestly,
Professional.
the way I behave is pretty normal among my family.
Elves are very different. Let me tell you, we are very different. So, as professional as possible.
I don't got pointy ears, I got cow ears, but it's basically the same.
Different culture.
Our ears are close enough, we must be the same. Proceeds to be different in literally every aspect.
8 foot tall cow man.
Including the
5'11".
Including the ears,
5'11" elf woman.
Yeah. In the time it takes you to continue arguing amongst yourselves, Kolvar opens the door.
Hello, Kolvar.
I don't know, you and me are pretty similar, and I'll cast my disguise for me to look like Illumia.
She just puts her hand on her face. It's like, I don't even know what's happening.
Glenhorn,
get out of that!
Glenhorn, I wouldn't recommend that. You're about to see the queen.
Oh yeah.
Right, come in, please. He opens the door for you all to come in.
If you ever need me to distract somebody or shock them, I can just turn into you and speak in my normal voice. Alright, I dropped the disguise.
Just no one knows how to respond to that.
Yeah.
Even the guards are looking at each other and at Kolvar like, really? And he's just like, I don't know.
Akira gives an excited gasp. Friend Glenhorn, you can turn into a Kolvar so you can take a 20-minute cat nap.
No, I am not taking a cat nap.
That's a good point.
I am not entrusting him with my job.
I mean, I do gotta wait an hour before I can do it again, I think. But
no, I'll agree with Kolvar on that. Do not turn into him. As far as I'm concerned, his job is not easy.
It's not, and I'm sure I'll be fired within the hour.
No, what do you mean?
No, don't.
I could totally handle the responsibilities of an elven general for 20 minutes.
No, you cannot. I will assure you that.
My duties extend far past just being a general. However, you are a very interesting and kind individual. That does not work for my position. Not as much as I would like. You
Alright. So finding a secretary is back to being a priority. Got it.
No. We're not doing that either. Thank you, but no.
Too bad.
I'm not arguing. Just come on in.
Yeah, Illumia will walk in.
He is very frustrated.
That's fair.
I come in with a shit-eating grin.
Oh my god.
He looks more tired than when he opened the door.
Oh, poor baby.
He looks like 20 years just came out of his life.
You know what? Illumia will give a passing apology. Like, a brief one, as she walks past.
Thank you. It's kind. Closes the door.
Kind. From Illumia.
Lead you guys down the grand hallway. The hallway is decently large. It's maybe 50 by 150 feet. There's these large, sort of almost quartz columns, and throughout both the columns themselves as well as the walls, there's these glowing lines.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sort of red carpet with these golden tassels on the side that extends through most of the hallway, or this grand hallway. And at the opposite side of you, upon what appears to be a pure white crystalline throne, is a 5'10"
queen.
5'10" elf woman, pure white hair, a sort of almost crystalline thorn crown.
Ooh.
However, it's put very delicately on the top of her head.
No, it's actually just jammed in there. We just can't see it.
No, it's not jammed in there.
It's socketed in.
It's jam. We thought the crown was a crystalline crown, but it's actually just jam.
She just has a bottle of jam on her head.
Just got jam. Not a bottle. Just jam. Frozen jam in the shape of a crown.
Glenhorn is looking around the room. As he's looking around, he's like, "Oh wow, this place is real pretty."
There's various
and then he looks down at the queen,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "Oh wow, you're real pretty."
I'll say you're far enough away that she doesn't hear that. However, Kolvar definitely does.
And he's gonna punch you.
Yes, she is.
Ooh. Guys, eyes in the chat. Eyes in the chat.
You notice that... Oh?
Do we bow now? Or do we bow when we get closer?
Once we get over to her.
Okay.
You also notice along the roof, as well as in a sort of half-dome shape around the throne itself, it seems almost like it's just pure rock that has been sat on top with little sparkling crystals that almost look like a starry night sky
Ooh.
that cover the entirety of this the ceiling area. You get over about 20 feet away from the throne itself. Kolvar stops you guys and then bows to the queen.
Okay, yep, she'll bow.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll attempt to mimic the bow that Kolvar is doing.
I'll do the same.
It's a very simple bow. It's not hard to mimic.
It's a bow.
Tripped over my foot. Oh, fuck.
Gamer would, though.
After you guys bow, Kolvar goes over and stands next to the throne. He's sort of standing at attention. The queen examines all three of you.
Understandable.
And what are your names? I've heard about you, however, I don't know which name goes to who quite yet. My apologies.
Yeah. It's alright. My name's Glenhorn.
I am Gira.
Illumia, and she'll take the hood off because she's probably had this cloak on the whole damn time.
Very fair. So, you...
Gira will also take his hood off, noticing Illumia has taken hers off.
Very fair. Well, you all have been quite busy, as I've heard. May I?
Yeah.
Hmm?
No, I was just agreeing. Yeah.
She gives a bit of a smile to that. If you don't mind my asking, what exactly brings you all here?
Whoa. If I'm
That
not
is-
taking out of character, Glenhorn wanted to talk about the dinos.
That he did.
Mm-hmm.
If I may remind you,
that-
Joey.
Was that my motivation? Like my entire motivation to coming over here?
Basically.
No.
Pretty much.
No, that was another thing. Yeah.
There
No,
was
that
another
was
thing.
like primarily, but it was also just following up on, world ending.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That too. But there's
Yeah.
also the dinos. So Glenhorn's in charge here. He's the one leading this.
Yeah.
Illumia will, step back and, motion to Glenhorn.
Yeah, Gira turns to look at Illumia first, and then at Glenhorn.
She looks at Glenhorn.
Oh wow, this is a lot of attention. Okay. Hello. I came here from over the mountains over yonder because I made friends with a couple of T-Rexes that took up residence in a city over there. I understand you want to move people back in, but I was going to ask if maybe I could, relocate them back to my forest where me and my people live.
She looks over at Kolvar with a questioning expression. Kolvar's like, he means Ascot, my liege. She sort of goes, and then looks over at Glenhorn.
Specific.
A lot of stuff has happened in a lot of the cities, so just saying the town over there is not very descriptive.
Which town? Town? An old town? I don't know what town.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on, so the town over yonder definitely does not explain anything.
Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
We are vibing. Hello, everybody.
We're vibing.
The Queen, Illumia, and Gira are all just awkwardly standing there. In silence.
They're watching Glenhorn as his eyes go to space, and he just blue screen of deaths.
She's like, is this normal?
His eyes become the blue screen of death.
This happens sometimes. He will be fine momentarily. I apologize.
Yes, he'll be back in a moment. It's new to all of us, really.
Well, how long have you all been traveling together?
A week or so?
Like 8 days, right?
About.
Yeah, it's been maybe closer to a week and a half by now. Because there was
Yeah,
the whole time that you were inside the dungeon, as well as the time that you were
how long were
resting
we in that
after.
dungeon?
You were in there for a good evening.
Okay, I
It
was
was the
about to
next
say.
day when you got out.
Gotcha.
7 years have passed.
7 years. It's been 84 years. All
Hey,
right.
we are back from these scheduled messages. Yeah, no, I ordered pizza for my family, and the guy just shut up. So
That's
my
fine.
bad.
It's all good.
Oh yeah, right. Ascot. My bad. Um, it's a real nice family. Nerzen's got a daughter, and his mate, and I brought it up to him, and he could take to it if I talked to him again.
I feel like I should mention he definitely was not keen on it when you asked him.
I know that.
It was quite the opposite.
Everyone here knows that, but the queen doesn't need to.
She
queen
doesn't.
Okay, he wasn't.
Kolvar definitely gives you a look, though, because he does know that the answer was not particularly good.
No, I was gonna say, he wasn't too keen on it, but I think I could get through to him if I get the okay.
Well, you don't need my permission to transport them to a better place, if that's what you are planning on doing.
Oh,
As long as you have the means, I don't see why you shouldn't be able to.
oh, all right. Kolvar said we should have asked, but all right then. Yeah, we got that part over with. Thank you, Queen. And the other part was I came here to follow up on leads because my god popped out of the ground over at Ascot too, and he gave me some. He gave me.
Kolvar is definitely looking at you like, that was not at all what went down. What the fuck are you talking about?
Did I not fill him in? That was my god.
No, about the whole. Oh yeah, I could definitely convince Nerson.
Oh.
Oh no! I said he didn't take too well to it. But if I talk to him again, he might see reason. Is what I said immediately after.
Yeah, no, he's still looking at you like that though. It's like, wow, that took a very different turn.
Hey, shit, it took a different turn for me too. I'm surprised. But yeah, my god popped out of the ground over by Ascot too, and he's been giving me visions for the past week and a half that the world's gonna end for sure, and I think he wants me to figure out a way to stop it, and so I figured, Giant Elf City probably has information that I could take leads on.
The creature that popped out of the ground was that's Ennis?
Yeah, I'm a cleric of Ernest.
Oh, and of course we have plenty of temples in the city to Ernest. I didn't realize that was quite him. I've only heard descriptions. Not many outside of the soldiers have seen it for themselves. Well, you're free to use whatever resources are at the library.
All right, thank you.
As well as maybe anything at the temples. I'm not quite sure exactly what you'll be able to find, but you're definitely welcome. Especially if it means saving the world.
Actually, about that, I kind of had a bit of a wondering if I could maybe work a bit alongside Kolvar. Like in the event that there are leads that pertain to what I've seen in my dreams, through whatever skirmishes you may come across or reports you might get, if I could also have that to point me in the right direction, maybe.
Well, of course. Protection of my people comes first and foremost, so whatever you need. And as you see that, you notice Kolvar's like looking at her and shaking his head.
That went a whole lot better than I expected.
So wait, did we just take the Jurassic Park crowd, basically.
What was the queen's name again?
You
Oh,
have
right.
not. You didn't ask her.
We haven't?
Oh,
I'm
no
surprised
one
we
told us at this point?
No.
Yeah, no, apparently, you guys did
Somehow.
not take the Jurassic Park route. I'm actually surprised. I thought Glenhorn
thought
was going to
we
be
were.
like the, hey, we're going to protect these dinosaurs based off of the conversation with Nerzin,
Yeah,
but okay.
Honestly, I thought we were going Jurassic
Isn't that
Park.
what we came to the conclusion to?
No, you didn't declare that, really.
You came to the conclusion that Nerzin was not going to move anywhere because he didn't want to, and that it would probably turn into a fight.
Joey's profile picture is not helping the silence.
It's really not. What the fuck is that?
It's Junkrat. That's what it is.
Gosh.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Music, too.
I'm blue screening.
Oh, it didn't start playing. Shit.
Yeah, it had a function.
Miss Queen, I just realized we've never asked your name.
What is the ideal way to address you, ma'am?
Well, most people address me as Your Highness. However, Kolvar seems to have a liking to you all, so I suppose you can call me Lyra, my first name.
What?
Lyre? Like
Lyre.
Lyre?
Lyra.
Lyra.
Lyra, okay.
Ooh, he's on a first name basis with the queen, y'all.
Ooh.
There is a reason
Oh,
for
that's
that.
That's a real pretty name.
Oh, well, thank you.
Maybe this
It's
bullshit.
very fitting.
She
In
called
the event I can't convince Nerzin to move, what do we do then? Because like I'd really hate to hurt him. I'll be totally honest. Could we, I don't know, section off a portion of land where nearby that he could live in?
And here's the Jurassic Park route.
Yeah.
We're back on track, everybody.
In the event he's opposed to the idea of moving.
She looks at Kolvar and he sort of starts flipping through papers. So many papers. He has like a large stack of papers that was like on a table next to him. He pulls it up and starts looking through all of them. Sort of
He
like
actually has like a binder 8 inches thick. He's carrying around on his arm.
Here's the Jurassic Park nerd that will set us on our track.
it's not a binder, trust me. It is a stack that's over 8 inches thick.
It's basically a binder. Without the binds.
If it was bound, it would be an 8-inch binder, but nah, he's just carrying a fucking stack with him everywhere.
Oh, I feel bad.
He sort of whips one page out, sets the stack down, shows it to her. They sort of confer a little bit, and she nods.
Well, I suppose you are in luck. There is,
I like how he knows exactly where it is, too. It's like, right here.
He attends to everything himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a mood.
according to Kolvar, there is someone who's been coming by the past couple weeks who's been interested in sort of taking these beasts of burden from the war who have been released into our wilds and creating a preserve of sorts. At least so he claims. If you'd like, we could set up a meeting.
Oh, that sounds wonderful, actually. That sounds right up Ernest's alley.
Yeah.
I swear, whenever he says Ernest, I'm like, he's gonna say Uranus.
I'm not
All
sure entirely how well it would go, however, should things turn out well, perhaps we could find a way to section off some land for you all to use.
I thank you very much, Miss Lyra. Also, if you need me to talk to Ernest, I can. If it's nighttime, I could just float on over and have a word with him.
It's so
Let's
fun.
not mention the floating.
She looks at Kolvar, who looks at her, and he just kind of gives one of those, yeah, faces, with like the eyes closed, and it's like, yeah. She
Is
sort
it
of,
dim in this room at all?
No, no.
Yeah, it's actually pretty reasonably dim. It's
No.
mostly lit up by the crystals that are at the top of the ceiling. However, it's reasonably dim that you could probably get away with floating.
Oh yeah, I'll explain. I can do this, and I'll start. I'll float up to about the middle of the room, and I'll just start doing cartwheels in like a big circle.
Lumia just puts her hands on her faces and like covers them and just does not even look up. It is disappointment at its finest.
Do any of you check to see how the queen reacts, or are you just?
Yeah, she'll look at the queen.
Yeah.
She's worried.
Looks confused at Glenhorn and looks the same confused face at the queen.
She seems confused at first, especially from the dark orb. She almost jumps a little. However, once he starts floating around and doing the cartwheels, her eyes light up.
Oh no!
With a sort of childlike wonder.
This is what I feared, because I'd be the same damn way.
Oh, that's quite amazing.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, Ashrin and Illumia seem to not like it too much. You know, I've kind of devised a system to bring them along.
Really?
We
Please
like
do tell.
walking.
Well, you see, I get a rope and I tie one to Gira, and I tie one to Illumia, and I tie one to Ashrin. Actually, I carried Ashrin, and then I just kind of flew. But we could do, if you'd like to try it sometime. I'm sure we can devise a better system.
Glenhorn's already making
Not
the moves
tying her to a rope.
she gives a bit of a chuckle.
The rope harnesses work fairly well, but yeah.
Someone of my status, I suppose is the word, probably shouldn't. However, it does sound fun. Perhaps one day.
It's alright, Lyra, you're a queen. You're the head honcho. Who's going to tell you no? And even with a job as stressful as you got, a couple minutes of just free time or just liberation will go a long way.
Trust me, if not for the good general, this place would be a mess, to be quite honest. It's less the position and more the timing. We are in the middle of a war right now, or rather in the gruesome beginnings.
I understand. Well, whenever there's another time where there's cause to be celebrated, you inform me, and yeah, I'll be right here.
I'll keep that in mind.
And he stops for a second, taps his chin. I think that's all I came to ask. And then I'll reach into his bag and I'll pull out a handful of gushers.
Oh my god.
Would you like some candy?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh. And here's where it all goes wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah, I promise you, it's just fine. I'll grab one and throw it in my mouth.
This is where it all goes wrong.
Still, just a regular persuasion check. You're not trying to convince her that it isn't poison. She actually seems rather trustworthy of you. You get the sense that Klovar's probably put in a good word, even if it's an odd word.
Thank you, Klovar.
Yeah, he definitely didn't make you out to seem untrustworthy. You're kind of gleaning from her. It's more of, should she?
But Kai wouldn't even have set foot in this fucking city.
No, he wouldn't have.
Probably not.
No fucking way. You just got a nat 1, didn't you?
No. It's 18.
Oh, thank God.
The offer's quite kind, however, I must refuse. I'm sorry.
Alright. And we'll save it again for a cause of celebration.
I'm sure we will.
And I'll throw the other 9 in my mouth.
Your Highness, if I may ask.
Yes.
Where will we be meeting this other individual for the meeting?
Well, I suppose we will arrange something, probably a dinner, if you all are free. You'll be able to meet with them.
Now it's just a question of where we're gonna fucking live in the meantime.
Do you
We are-
ask her?
Well, who is more concerned about living arrangements right now? Actually, Illumia would.
I lived in a forest. I can sleep on the ground in a bubble.
That's true.
Regularly slept on the ground.
I think Illumia might be the only one concerned with living
Right.
arrangements.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're worried about it, go ahead. But honestly, I got no problem sleeping outside in the courtyard or wherever.
I
don't
have slept
either,
in
but
far worse places in the city.
for my sake, I would prefer not to be out in the nowhere. Unless you have that hut ready.
Yeah, I got the hut.
Never
I
mind.
can do the hut whenever.
We're set. We'll use the hut.
Oh,
Okay.
if you're worried about sleeping somewhere, we can arrange for you some rooms in the castle
Never mind. I would
during
like
your stay.
that would be greatly appreciated, Your Highness.
Oh, of course. All you have to do is say the word, dear.
There we go. We good.
I love it so much.
See, this is why Glenhorn X Lyra is gonna happen.
This is the queen of who Bakari was calling an oppressor.
I expected her to be so much more stern, so much more angry.
I honestly same.
No.
It was serious, but
No, she
she's
bad
just so
me.
nice. I love her.
She's just trying to protect her people, man.
Anyways, yeah, my shipper heart has called for me. Glenhorn is gonna steal Lyra's heart right from Culver's cold hands. Cold
The
tired.
time has come. This is where it's going.
His hands are cold because he keeps working. The fire went out.
Poor baby.
Emma has spoken, thus it shall be.
Why am I the decider? I'm not the matchmaker here. I'm just the
You're
shipper.
always the one that calls matches.
Somehow! To be fair, the only ship I haven't called is fucking Uthia, and that's just because it fucking happened. It's just there.
Yeah, it just did.
Just did. The other ones, yes, I called. But we'll see. We'll
His
see.
mom has got it going
Oh no!
on.
See, there's a reason I haven't called for that one.
Anyways,
Anyways.
she gives a look to Kolvar. He gives a nod, calls a servant over, talks to him. The servant walks off. Your rooms will be arranged in about half hour or so. At the max, you're free to look around the city as you will. I'll set up a dinner for you to meet this entrepreneur, let's call him.
It's gonna be Benjamin.
That would be funny.
I'm here for voice work if you need me.
I should probably warn you, this person is a bit eccentric, to say the least.
Illumia motions to her party. Very nonchalantly.
You're right.
Sure, it won't be a problem.
You're right, you might just all be on the same level, actually. This will work out perfect. We'll arrange for one of the dining halls to be used for you all to have supper and discuss.
Well, thank you very much, Kovar. And Lyra, if you need anything of us, we're at your beck and call. Just let us know.
And let the same be to you.
Ooh. This went surprisingly well.
I thought it was going to go so much worse.
Honestly, same.
Nah.
I thought our bodies were going to be thrown in the ditch.
We would never be seen again.
Or at the very least, breaking out the window and flying into the night sky.
Oh my god.
I mean,
To
it
be
still
fair-
could go that way.
If there was a chance you could, it mostly depended on how Kolvar wound up describing you guys.
Interesting.
Well, you guys definitely came in on her good side.
Which is good. So,
Oh yeah. And we held true.
we did.
She was aware of how odd you all are, so it wasn't that off-putting.
Yeah.
She knew what she was
Also-
getting into.
Speaking of which, because it's still dim, and now that I know it's dim, I'm going to be fucking floating like 6 or 7 inches off the ground the whole time I'm here.
Illumia's walking.
The queen
Using
still
her 2
has
feet.
that slight glint of childlike wonder in her eyes. She's watching this magic.
Yeah, no,
Oh
Illumia's
yeah, and because it's dim, my eyes would be all star-like too.
Oh, he's really getting the attention of the queen today, huh?
She is definitely excited at this new magic of which she has not yet seen before.
You cannot stop my shipper heart, Ethan.
I'm not gonna stop it. I'm just saying it's definitely more of like a wow.
I know, but I can
Wow.
Wow.
I can ship.
I ain't gonna
I
stop you.
ship too because I fucking love her so much.
Where there are 2 supporters.
She's a
my
babby.
boy Colbar to be
She's
happy
Babby.
though.
I would honestly, if Meredith was here, she would adopt her immediately.
Kira's just torn. Oh, but Glenhorn. Oh, but Colmar.
Oh no, Guido's not torn at all.
Fair.
Guido wants Colbar and the queen. Like,
Oh yeah,
that is gonna be his mission. Hi.
Emma likes Glenhorn and Lyra. Illumia doesn't give a
It's
fuck.
alright. Colmar's gonna get a secretary.
Secretary.
Oh my god. He will literally never accept a secretary.
We'll just
Oh,
have
how it all falls into place unexpectedly.
everything just works out. Look at that.
You guys have been running into him all over the continent. You think he's gonna hire a secretary? Nah, he does shit
Yeah.
himself. He Darth
No,
Vader's
we're
all of
hiring
this.
one
So-
for him.
No, exactly. We're gonna get.
Yeah, it's
You know
gonna be us paying for it.
If we find a centaur,
If you guys make
that could
enough
keep up.
money.
that's the key word. If.
Hey, on the way out. Hey, Colmar, do you happen to have that permit for me to sell candy?
He sort of thinks for a second, then he nods, leans over to the stack, pulls a sheet off the top, walks over to you and hands it to you.
The
So
sheet says Colmar says yes.
oh yeah, all the documents are signed. Just sign your name where it says sign here, and if you mind handing me a silver piece, then you'll have your permit.
Oh yeah. Nice sign. Here, have a silver.
He takes the silver, sort of puts it in a pouch. Well, this permit's yours. I already have copies.
Thank you, Colmar.
Of course. And yeah, if there's anything you guys would like to do before your evening meeting.
Illumia will kind of stroll around, see if anything jogs memories.
Okay.
Just casually, just not going anywhere restricted, you know, just kind of places where she feels like she definitely can go.
You notice the castle seems to be a pretty open place. Like, there's not a lot of visitors that come in, but it's like people who do come in here generally have access to most rooms.
Mm-hmm.
However,
I'm gonna find Colmar's room.
roll me an intelligence check.
The good thing that's the thing she's fucking good at. But the dice will determine otherwise. That is a 19.
Ooh.
Let me see.
No, nothing.
Alright.
Oh.
You were actually one below.
Aw, damn!
Yeah. However,
Rings bells.
no, it gives almost the faint echo of a memory. However, you can't place your tongue to what exactly any of it is. However, it definitely seems to have some familiarity to you. Like in muscle memory, like you kind of recognize where things are, and as you go in, it's almost a sense of deja vu as it turns out to be the room you're expecting it to be.
Gotcha.
Without any prior reference. You do actually walk in on Kolvar's room while he's working. He's just at his
She's gonna
desk.
step out.
Yeah, he's just at his desk. He sort of looks up, but then when you step out, he just goes back to working.
Yep, she is traveling.
Yeah. What about Gira and Glenhorn?
How far away is like a library?
There's one in the castle. However,
Oh.
what books you're going to find is going to depend.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Gidra's gonna head to that library though.
Of course, you go in. There is someone. It's actually Ashford who's sitting at the front desk right now. He's
Friend Ashton.
Oh, hello, Kira. I take it your meeting went well.
I mean, we are not dead or in the dungeon, so it went much better than I was expecting.
Corval will never admit it, but he speaks quite well of you, so I'm not surprised.
The Kari in the distance.
He did speak quite oddly about a certain troll, though.
Gidra gets a sad look across his face.
Oh, right, that was your friend. Oh, I'm so sorry.
This is okay.
I forgot that happened. Yeah, other than that, it's mostly good things that he talks about.
Gidra just kind of nods.
Yeah,
Friend Ashton, I have a question.
Yeah, of course, anything.
Do you know if there would be any books that describe a red-tailed, golden-horned figure?
Oh, well, that's a pretty general description. However, you could definitely look through some of the books here. It's mostly stories. I'm not sure if any of them are factual or anything. The Queen is quite interested in stories. So that's mostly what's in here. You're definitely free to look.
So cute.
Yeah. I mean, Gidra's gonna try to look through the books, see if he can, like, get literally anything on this miscellaneous fucking figure that appeared to his dreams.
Yeah, do an investigation check.
Sure. Drop the dice on the ground instead, I guess. That's right. That is a... Numbers, adding numbers, 18.
There's a lot of figures who happen to be red. Some of them draconic races, a couple tieflings, maybe a kobold or two. But nothing that particularly matches what you're looking for in exact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter just kind of gives a sigh, puts it back where they were, and says, "Thank you, friend Ashton."
Oh, of course, anytime. Is there a reason why you're looking for a figure like that?
Oh, he has been appearing in my dreams and threatening.
Oh.
Oh. Are you okay? Do you need a hug?
I will always accept a hug.
He gives you a hug.
Alright.
Like a nonchalant.
So Glenhorn, do you do anything?
Sure. I'm going to get very acquainted with the castle. So I'll go and no-clip throughout the halls, peeking in as many rooms as I can.
You frighten a lot of people.
Yeah, hi, my name's Glenhorn. Hi, my name's Glenhorn. Hi.
After a
Want
little
some
while,
candy?
you get the sense that
Want
most
some
of the
candy?
castle is terrified of you, and they're now keeping an eye out for you. Word seems to have spread about the floating fear bulb with galaxy eyes and a shadow ball around him that's just flying in the hallways.
This is how. This is how he becomes a cryptid.
You basically become a de facto cryptid in the process of like an hour, maybe.
Oh, it's not. It's not dim in the halls, or like just around the castle.
A lot of the castle is pretty dim, actually. Like the only time you
Oh,
really,
fuck yeah!
the only time you really hit light is like in certain rooms, but a lot of it seems to be sort of like embedded in either deep woods or bits of rock and stone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those people in those well lit rooms, they're just gonna see a normal fucking furbolg looking in, like, "Hey guys, how you doing? All right, yeah, go."
You do
And
eventually
then
stumble
they'll
on.
be confused as shit when everyone talks about the flying furbolg.
Yeah, and it's definitely like a sort of mixed tale. You've become like a cryptid with multiple forms in the process of about an hour. You do, however, find Kolvar's room eventually. He's working, and as you open the door, he sort of looks up. Yes, Glenhorn.
Hi, Cole. I'm just looking around.
Hello, Glenhorn.
Hello,
back over.
Glenhorn. Bye, Glenhorn.
Goodbye, Glenhorn. And he sort of goes back to his work, looks at the stack.
And I shut the door, but then I immediately fucking throw it open because I just remembered something.
Oh my god, what do you want, Glenhorn?
I remember. Has there been any reports of like increasing undead incursions or undead bastions throughout the continent or the other ones?
That was yesterday.
Not including yesterday, elsewhere.
No.
Alright. Bye, Colvar.
Goodbye,
I
Glenhorn.
slowly shut the door with one eye looking in.
As you're closing the door, he has like his face in his hands. Goodbye, Glenhorn.
Okay.
This is a little bit after Illumia came in, I should note.
Okay. I'm gonna try to find as naturey a part of the castle as I can.
Honestly, you sort of get the feeling it's not like it's a distinction of castle and nature. It seems like it is a castle formed of sort of the very nature itself, with some sort of technological elements as these glowing lines sort of pulsate through the room. But at the same time, this pulsing glow from the lions and like the power, the castle being powered up itself, it almost feels as if it's in and of itself alive.
So it's not so much like just chiseled marble all over the place and like tiled floors. It's like
it's the same with the entirety of the city. It seems like it's almost they are one and the same.
Okay, so like the walls are formed of like a canopy of trees, or like the roof is.
Yeah, like while there's definitely elements of like building put in, it was a mixture of both building as well as the nature itself sort of shaping to form these structures, as well as the entirety of the city, the walls.
Okay, does there happen to be a place like a courtyard?
There's a courtyard, and it has
like
a sort
park?
of... Yeah, no, there's a courtyard within the center of the castle that has a nice large open area. There's some grass and a tall white tree.
Ooh, that's a pretty tree. I'll go up to the tree.
Yeah, you go up to the tree.
Hey there, friend. Wow, you're real pretty. How long you been here?
Can you talk to trees?
I can talk to plants and animals.
Talk to plants and animals.
Have fun. Now you have to name every plant.
I can't understand you, but you know what? Maybe there's something in this castle that can let me actually hear your response.
It doesn't talk back. Okay.
No, it doesn't. I just talk to them. They have no say in it.
Okay, that's what I was more asking because I was really concerned.
No, if he could hear responses, he'd be talking non-fucking stop all over the castle.
Thank the gods for that.
Like, if the queen happened to wander into this park with me, I'd just be talking to fucking plants. I'd be like, oh, hi, queen. Hello, look, let me introduce you to Billy. He's this flower here.
As you chat with the tree, you feel a very cool breeze pass by you. You get the feeling this tree is quite old. It's definitely been here before your time, perhaps even the time of the high elves that have taken residence, perhaps even before the time anyone has taken residence there. It simply is.
Feeling the breeze, he's gonna take a deep breath and just like look real relaxed.
It is a very therapeutic area. It almost feels at home there, even though it's quite different from your home.
I'm gonna go up to the tree and I give it a good tap on the trunk and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna be real glad talking to you for a while. I'll be back. I gotta go do some reading first."
It seems to respond in kind.
Oh, okay.
You get the sense that it doesn't particularly get a ton of visitors. It's a quite busy place. But it's definitely welcome to all who wish to engage with it.
Cool. I'm gonna float on out and go try and find the library. Oh, wait. You know what? No. Can I find the queen's room?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Do not.
Roll investigation.
Oh, no, I'm not smart.
No, I'm not smart. Oh, 40.
Fuck! 0.
Honestly, this place is more of a maze than even the catacombs that you'd been in a few days prior. You're lucky to not have gotten lost as you are, but as you're thinking about it, you're like, wait, which direction did that go to? Have I been through there before? You're not quite lost, but it's like thinking about it is making you feel like you're maybe lost.
It's a natural 1 minus 1.
Yeah, you have absolutely no fucking idea where you would even start to look for the queen's room.
I think about it and I'll say, you know what, maybe I'll try tomorrow or the day after. And I'll go to the library then. And I'll
if you can find the library.
I'll say you find the library. Like, he could even just ask someone for directions and point him there.
True enough.
Of course, he's a
Hey,
cryptid,
random god number 15, do you know where the queen's room is?
Oh.
Why do you want to find the queen's room?
I have a present.
Candy?
Candy?
Do you want some candy?
No and no.
Alright. I'm gonna go to the library.
You find the library. You find it a short while after Gira has left.
Is Ashton not paying attention to the door?
Ashton definitely looks up as you enter. And he recognizes it is in fact you.
Oh,
Hey, Ashton!
Oh, you're the one that they've all been talking about. I should have realized that sooner. Hello,
What?
Glenhorn. Nothing.
Alright. Hey, you're in the library. What are you doing here?
Oh, this is one of my various posts that I attend to sometimes. I like it in here.
Oh.
It's quiet.
So yeah, it's understandable. It's real common here.
Oh, yes.
Do you happen to know anything about the books that are here, though?
They're mostly stories, tales of heroes from distant lands and the such.
That'll work.
The Queen is quite interested in the lore of this world as well as the minds of those who wish to create the very myths.
Oh, that's good to know. But
Yes.
beyond that, are there books here detailing ancient necromantic evils throughout the land, or bastions of undead throughout the land, or other
Uh,
lands?
well, there's probably a few that entail a bit of that, however, they tend to get defeated by a hero at the end.
That's fine.
No, of course. He points you to a section of very, very classic kind of storybooks, good against a great evil. Large battles, sacrifice, the like.
Never turn down information, as unsuspecting as it may be.
Fair enough.
So yeah, I'm gonna whip out those books and get to reading.
Yeah, you read through and they're good
That's probably how I
stories.
spend the rest of my time.
Yeah. Time passes. You will continue as you do. Eventually, you all receive message from Kovar to meet in one of the various dining halls. I assume you all go.
No, I stay here and read my book. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, you guys are the ones that are unpredictable. I need to ask for my own sanity.
That's fair. I would like to argue with you, but I can't.
Yeah, really can't. I wouldn't even be asking if it weren't for the fact that this has been relevant before.
Yeah.
I want to save the dinos. Let's go.
You are led to this dining hall. It's decently fucking big room with a very large rectangular table. At one end, opposite of the entrance you all came from, there's 3 figures that are sitting there. No one is quite sitting at the head of the table, but... No, actually, Kolvar is. He's sort of waiting there expectantly, and as you enter, he looks over. Please, come in, take a seat. We're going to be having dinner shortly.
Lumia will sit.
Do I recognize the other 2 figures, or?
There's 3 other figures.
On top of
Kolvar. 3 others on top of Kolvar.
There's 3 that are sitting at the table, and then Kolvar was also there, waiting for you guys.
Is it a big table? Or?
Decently big table. Are you gonna try and make an impression by flying?
I mean, I'm flying the whole fucking time. Like, there's never a moment in this castle where I'm not touching the ground.
That's the part that scares me most.
He hasn't stopped flying.
Yeah.
Except to sit down. So, I'm gonna sit smack dab in the center of the table.
Come on. Sit.
Not on the table, like on a chair in the middle.
On the chair in the middle of the table.
Cool. You are a distance away from everyone else. It's a long table.
I just shrug and say, I like being equidistant.
Kolvar raises an eyebrow, but then shrugs it off. What do you do, Gia?
That's a good question. I think Gita just kind of stands awkwardly for a moment and then cautiously goes to sit near the people, but like any of them give him like any look that like says no, he will stop immediately and sit on the ground.
Oh, are we sitting over there?
You are at a meeting with them, so it would probably be wise to sit across from them, so you can
He looks at Gira going over there, he's like, oh yeah. And he'll get up, push in the chair, and then float over the table across, and then sit across from them.
So let me describe the people you're meeting.
Yeah.
One of them, they're all elves.
Mm-hmm.
One of them, he seems to be sort of kind of the youngest of the bunch. He's about maybe 5 foot, rather young looking elf, however, that doesn't mean much for elves.
So short.
He's a bit short.
A bit. You said he's 5 feet.
Yeah.
Sure.
He'll be a 6'2".
He looks easily excited. In fact, as Glenhorn's doing the whole floating thing, he's actually like applauding it. He's dressed.
They actually
in,
might be weirder than us.
He's dressed in some fine clothes. You get the sense he's probably the one leading this endeavor.
Now that's what I call a party trick.
No, it is. He's Benjamin is not here. The one next to him, he's 6 foot. He looks the eldest. In fact, he even has like some scruff on his face, surprisingly for an elf. He's dressed in some plain clothes. He's got like some spectacles. He has the same expression as Illumia.
Understand.
he looks like he's a lot more
Relaxed, basically. Mature. Dead inside.
Not dead inside. A little bit. He looks a little bit. In fact, he looks at the excited one and then looks back at the others, kind of a little dead inside.
This guy is on Illumia's level.
And then the third is a elf woman who's about 5'7". She looks a bit rough, like she's been roughed up a bit. She's probably the one that handles the more physical aspects of dealings.
Understand.
Yeah. And she's sort of like leaned back a little bit with her arms crossed. She doesn't look like she wants to be here. But
I totally get that.
she probably has to be. Kolvar looks at you
You're getting paid
guys.
50 gold a day, you better damn well be here.
Yeah. Kolvar looks at you guys, kind of gives a... Gira, Glenhorn, Illumia, and he sort of like motions to all three of you. This is the investor, and then the man sort of instantly shoots up and reaches over the table at Glenhorn, with his hand like he's going for a shake it. Arun Leora, pleasure to meet you.
How do you spell that?
A-R-U-N.
What?
A-R-U-N.
Thank you, Aaron. Weird way of saying Aaron, but you know, Aaron.
Okay.
Alright.
He's
Oh, Aaron Leora. Okay.
Okay, that's why I heard something so weird. Got it. Okay.
I'm like, that kind of sounds weird. There's a lot of letters in there that isn't in A-R-U-N.
I was like, there's a
It was
lot
a
of
full
like-
name. He was giving
Yeah.
a full name.
Yeah.
And he's shaking Glenhorn's hand?
He's reaching out to shake. Do you shake it?
Oh yeah, shake it. Yeah, nice to meet you. My name's Glenhorn.
He gives an excited shake. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Glenhorn. He sits back down.
He's like the happy puppy of the group.
He kind of is. Well, I should probably introduce us. This is my leading scientist, Elduin. And he sort of points to the scientist type. And he just kind of raises a hand in like a sort of half high.
Oh, yeah, she's gonna get along with him.
And then
Also,
he's
I'm gonna need you to spell that.
Yeah, I'll spell the names and type them in after the introductions.
That's fair.
And then, like, he's still standing, so he reaches over Elduin, over to the woman, And this is my good friend Karen. She's
Karen?
Kalen.
Oh, we're off by a letter.
Also just spelled differently. And she just kind of scoffs. She doesn't even... She really doesn't seem pleased to be here.
Where have I seen this before?
No, it's not in the same matter. It's definitely she's just doing her job. she didn't expect to get dragged to dinner for job.
I mean that Aaron is like, oh yeah, this is my buddy, and the buddy is having fucking none of it. None of it.
Oh yeah.
No one knows him.
Oh yeah, no, it totally fucking is.
Eldu. Oh my god, it's basically Alduin.
Yeah. Then he sort of excitedly sits down. So, I suppose that you're the ragtag group of adventurers that I've been hearing about. Let's not talk business now. Tell me about yourselves.
Oh my gosh.
He sort of puts his hands together and leans his chin on his hands. With a big old grin on his face.
Lumia just points at her face and, like, obviously the lines, and then sits back.
I haven't the slightest idea what that means, but good luck for you. Looks over at Gira and Glenhorn.
She's actually impressed nobody knows what a four-claimer is.
Oh yeah, no, he totally brushes it off. And then you notice that, Elduin sort of looks at him.
Like, dude, that's a fucking four-claimer.
And then he just rolls his eyes and shakes his head and puts his face in his hands.
I mean, to be fair, that's all Lumia wants to share. Yeah, this.
He looks over at Glenhorn and
I'm Glenhorn. I'm a cleric of Ernest. I come from the Entwood over down south with a whole clan of other Fulbergs that look at me.
Oh, you're from Entwood?
Yeah.
Well, quite a lovely place. Haven't been there for a while, though. Still keeping up.
Last day I had a good conversation with the Ents before I left, and there was a camp with a bunch of other people there. I don't really remember what for.
Oh, you've actually seen the Ents. That's quite a discovery in and of itself. I think it'll be quite fun. He looks over at Gira.
Is it?
Gira is just very awkwardly at the table.
Glenhorn's very fucking confused. Answer where? What?
Rare? Since when?
No, Gira just kind of waves and says, "Hello, I am Gira."
Glenhorn probably wouldn't know, but actually seeing the Ents isn't very common.
Oh.
There's a reason Entwood wasn't on your original map.
Oh, because none of us would know about it.
Yeah, and it wasn't until after you had been there that I put it on.
There's a full map sitting somewhere.
Somewhere. So Gira just says hi?
Yeah, pretty much. He's very nervous.
I take it that you're the one named Gira, right?
Oh, he says hi, I'm Gira. That's all he says,
okay. Well, you're a quite lively bunch, aren't you?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Did I come off as a bit strong? I'm sorry if I did. I get a bit excited, especially when I'm meeting new people.
You're fine.
Oh no, it's fine. I've had more complicated interactions.
This place is very fancy. I am very uncomfortable. I apologize.
Do you want some Smarties, Gira?
Actually sort of leans in closer to Gira. If I'm being honest with you, I'm not exactly partial to this place myself. But this was the place that was arranged, so I'm not going to be complaining about it. It's free food.
Lumia's vibing.
I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look at Aaron. I understand we're waiting for dinner, but in case your belly's already rumbling a bit, you want some candy?
Are we really offering candy right now?
Oh, what kind of candy do you got?
All kinds, to my understanding, from other worlds.
Other worlds, you say?
Yeah, otherworldly candy. Lord, I had never seen this kind here. That's for sure.
I'll pull some of it out. Let's see what you got.
Oh dear.
Sure. I'll pull out like a handful of Smarties.
He excitedly just plucks one out of your hand as soon as you offer it. But why isn't that an interesting one?
Oh yeah. I got these things here.
Eldon, you should get in on this! Eldon sort of looks over.
There's also these pebbles, these colorful pebbles, but you throw them in your mouth and they like break down. They're real good. And I have like a handful of nerds.
Oh.
Pebbles will break down in your hand. You want to play? He's sort of like half reaching over, but he sort of like hesitates because he's trying to hold back.
Uh-huh.
Do you want some, Doctor?
He sort of looks over. I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Sugar's not my thing.
What about you, Keelan? Anything particular you like?
She's about to smack you across
She
the
just
floor.
stares at you, gives a very slow blink, and looks,
Gonna mop.
goes back to like looking at the wall.
I'll pull out Pop Rocks and I'll say, these ones are real fun. They explode.
Really think
And I throw them in my mouth, and then they'll start fizzing, and everyone hears the sounds of them fucking exploding in my mouth.
The widest grin goes across Adam's face. He goes to reach over and grab one, and Kaylin, like, jolts up, reaches across the table, grabs his hand, just slowly shakes her head at him, and he, like, kind of frowns a bit and sits down.
Does Keelan think they're dangerous?
She looks particularly very dangerous.
she is dangerous.
No, I mean, does she think the rocks are dangerous?
She might. You don't know why she stopped him. It
I'll
might.
open my mouth.
It might be that she thinks they're dangerous. It might be that she just doesn't want him bouncing off the fucking walls more so than already.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna fucking coke him out. Oh god.
Yeah, it could be any multitude of reasons as to why she's making him just like, nah.
Alright.
He sort of sits and sighs. Kulvar kind of looks over at you three. I told you they were eccentric.
Yeah, actually, this seems pretty tame. I'm gonna be honest.
She's just kind of awkwardly sitting there like, I want food. Low-key.
Like I said before, it is you three. He sort of gives a clap, and some servers come in with plates of food. They set them all in front of you.
It's better to talk with food in front of you than nothing.
Pretty much. It is a mahi mahi dish with some yellow rice and peas in it.
Ooh.
There's some nice seasoning on top of it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's not much, but I hope it will suffice for all of your hunger. You can always ask for more if need be.
Yeah, this
You'd be
is
fucking
lovely.
rawhiding with the fucking roasts.
Similar.
Actually, I'll talk to the server that just brought it out.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
Ask him, do you happen to have any mushrooms?
Even Illumia's gonna look over at Glenhorn with that one, like, cautiously. Like, what kind of mushrooms are you asking for?
How would you like them served, my sir?
Boiled is fine, or pan-seared, or put in a wash with a bit of bread and then thrown in hot oil.
Very well. He disappears back behind the doors. A few minutes later,
Thank
he
you very
comes
much.
out with a bowl.
He's already out.
Yeah, no, he only disappears for about a minute. Then he returns with a bowl of some nice cooked mushrooms as well as a mushroom bread with a little bit of olive oil to dip it in.
Glenhorn's eyes fucking light up
Oh
like a
God.
child.
It's worse than the honey.
Oh, don't even bring up honey right now. That's funny.
Bon appetit. Disappears back
Right.
behind the
Thank you
door.
very much.
Disappears back behind the
John
doors.
Baptiste.
Jean Baptiste.
The others all begin eating.
Oh yeah, Lumia's already started eating.
I'll get started too, and then as I'm eating, I'll between mouthfuls, I'll say, I hear you guys are opening up a preserve.
Okay, wait, let me ask. Where is Illumia sitting in relation to Glenhorn?
Where is Illumia sitting in relation to Glenhorn?
She just sat down, so I don't know the order of
I'm
how
assuming
we sat.
she probably sat down at the end because it's Illumia.
Yeah, that's fair.
My best
So
guess
then-
is Gira would probably be in the middle since Gira sat down next, and then Glenhorn would have been third, so...
Yeah, she's gonna shoot Glenhorn a glare then.
Does Glenhorn respond to that, or does he just continue talking?
He
Is
looks at
Glenhorn
her.
talking with his mouth full?
Yeah.
No, between mouthfuls.
Oh,
Okay, that's
never
what I
mind. We're
thought.
good. That's what. Okay, I thought otherwise. Never mind. She didn't glare.
Okay.
Okay.
She was gonna be like, "I'm gonna teach this furbolg some fucking manners." If there's one thing I'm gonna do.
He won't start talking with his mouth full. He's gonna wait till he's done and then start
Okay,
talking.
thank God. I was
He
like,
knows that. He knows that good enough.
thank God.
In that case, please feel free to restate the question.
So I say, so we hear tell that you guys are opening up a preserve for the big old lizards, the dinos.
Oh, right, of course. You see, there's been quite a number of species that's been let loose ever since the start of the war. And we thought it'd be nice to give them a proper home, as well as perhaps do some researches into the species that are native to here. Perhaps bring a few back.
All right, how do you plan on doing that?
Well, the good doctor here actually happens to be a necromancer. He's done astounding leaps in bringing back the remains of the creatures themselves. It's rather the revival of them that's been the tough part. We've actually managed to, for the most part, lease some land. There's a few islands that are off the coast of Teverith. It's around on the southeast side. As well as, we're in the process of trying to lease the land of Ascot in order to set up the preserve there, especially after we got wind of the Rexes that were living there. You know, there's...
Oh yeah, actually that would be a perfect thing then.
Oh, of course, 2 entire Rex families that were just living there, coexisting. Of course we'd want to preserve that.
One Rex family. There was a bit of a falling out.
Did you happen to meet them?
Oh yeah, I spoke to both of them. Well, actually, I spoke to one of them. I tried to speak to the other ones. They didn't take too kind.
His eyes light up.
Oh God.
Well, that's perfect.
Very nervously in his chair when the 2 Rex families were brought up.
Very fair.
You know, as far as Nurzin, which is the remaining head of the Rex family, and his family are concerned, they just kind of want to be left alone. They'd rather not be relocated, so the idea of allocating land by Ascot and, you know, just nudging them a bit to the left or right would probably help significantly.
No, of course, and that's exactly what we're planning to do. We want to set up that land there to sort of make a biological preserve, perhaps find some way to make a bit of a profit, because, to be quite honest, it's a lot of work to manage that many animals. And we do want to be making some form of money. There's not a lot of people that are interested in preserving these creatures at the moment.
However, if you've already made friends with some of them, that's an excellent start already.
Yeah,
Still putting
we'll
it
go with
so
that.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, what's your, exact experience? What do you all do for a living?
I'm a cleric of Ernest, and everything that goes along with.
He looks at Illumia.
How about this? An inventor of sorts, a scholar of sorts.
So you're a sciencey type. He leans in a bit.
Yes.
Perfect, you already get along with the good doctor. He looks at Gira.
That is a very good question.
I am an unbridled thing of rage.
This little ball of rage that will obliterate.
I am strong. I would murder.
I am still trying to figure that out.
No, a wandering soul. A wandering soul.
You could put it that way, yes.
Yeah.
Better
If you could,
fucking druid.
I think another way to put it is, Gira is kind of like our Keelan.
Or what?
Kaylin.
Oh!
Kaylin.
Kaylin? Confused noises.
He looks at Kaelin, then looks back at you.
You have her working with raptors too.
What?
What?
I didn't catch any of those words. Can you hit me with that one more time?
He said,
You have him working with raptors too.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah, I'm working with raptors too!
Might be smart.
My past experience with dinosaurs has been less than ideal.
Do tell.
No.
I want to know everything I can about you guys if we're going to be working together.
It's, as far as I know, a touchy subject.
"Won't you go around killing a bunch of dinosaurs or something?"
Is it okay if I tell him,
He
Gira?
shrinks in his chair.
It's a personal matter.
It was not my intention to kill them. They were just...
Oh, I thought we were talking about Bakari.
Oh, no.
no.
Oh yeah, Illumia's
Well,
referring to that, so.
They bit first.
Yeah, the Rexes were, well, as I said, the second family of Rexes were pretty unsavory. And they tried to eat them, and they killed them.
We did not kill them. The other family helped.
Elduin sort of pipes up. You can expect about as much when it comes to territorial apex predators. I'm sorry you had to go through that. However, we will be working with apex predators quite a lot, probably, so
Yes.
as long as you don't kill them, we could probably use a muscle like you, actually.
We were not intending. We didn't even know they were there. So.
Well, of course, you couldn't have possibly known it was abandoned.
It was more of a fight or die type of situation.
I don't blame you
Generally
for
speaking, I do not go around hurting other creatures.
We
Unless
did
they are
try to
assholes.
get out unscathed without hurting them, but they chose to fight.
Yeah, so is the course of nature.
Sounds like you're already perfect hires then.
You get... So there are a lot of toxins in the world, right?
There's a lot of what in the world?
A lot of
Toxins.
Toxins?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure probably.
I was thinking to maybe make relocation a little easier. Have you guys thought of maybe making a something that puts something to sleep?
We've definitely been putting research into it, actually.
Like whether through food or
Feeding them so much that
tipped
they
darts.
fucking go in a food coma.
If you're asking about tranquilizers, yeah, those exist. We've been
They
working on.
do?
Oh, of course.
Oh wow!
Maybe odds.
Granted, they're relatively new and not a lot of people have them, but they definitely exist.
Oh,
Oh, that's the rub. We might need some in the employment of Nurzin and his family, maybe as a last resort.
You happen to be in luck. We pride ourselves on our relocation and treatment of animals in the most humane of ways possible.
Well, all right.
So, any possible way that we could get a creature to where it needs to be without hurting it, of course, we're going to take that route and put our resources into it.
And I understand you're looking to make a profit off of this, right?
It's not the main goal. However, you do need to run it.
Right. Well, all I ask is that however you go about doing so is that after Nurzin and his family are relocated, that they're left in peace, relative peace.
Our goal is not to make this preserve some kind of circus, if that's what you're getting at.
That is what I'm getting at. But
we simply want to offer an experience where people can see creatures living their natural lives, both from another land far off, as well as some that are from our own land, just at a different time. And perhaps we can look at the past in order to better our futures. There's a lot that can be learned.
check.
Go for it.
What?
why is it so quiet? Oh,
24? 16 plus 8? Yeah, that's 24.
The glint in his eyes is as genuine as the wonder from when the Queen first saw you cartwheeling around the skies. He, in fact, seems rather passionate about using this opportunity as a means to inspire and educate people.
Alright.
The profit definitely seems secondary to him. Maybe even tertiary.
Well, alright. It sounds like a plan then. It sounds wonderful.
I just knew that you'd be on board. From the first moment I saw you, I can tell about people.
he just has that look. He just knows.
You actually see Caleb sort of give a face palm when he says that.
I'm guessing he's been wrong a couple other times.
So,
not in the sense of he's being wrong, but more in a sense of this cocky motherfucker.
Good.
So, was that Joseph?
So then, Aaron, what's the plan from here on then? What's next?
Well, after we finished all the proper paperwork, which should take till tomorrow morning, we'll be heading off to Ascot. We're going to be setting up a base within the town, reconstruct as much as possible, maybe get some designated areas built for the creatures to live. After that, it'll be a matter of finding the creatures, relocating them to their proper place on the reserve. Hopefully, pour some research into reviving a few species of our own.
Oh, is the city of Ascot being abandoned?
Well, it's already been abandoned. It's just a matter of what were we going to do with it. Were we going to try and clear it out, or were we going to try and rebuild it?
I mean, permanently.
Well, the main goal is that people will be able to come back in a sort of manner, though not necessarily as what Ascot was. Ascot will probably be moved for a third time.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Oh yeah, there's also the problem of my god wandering around there.
I suppose that'll have to be a bridge that we get to when we get to it.
Big old bridge.
It's
Right
probably
there.
fine.
Kind-
Don't worry about it.
Kind of hard to predict a living force of nature.
In that case, I should probably inform Nerzen we're coming along.
Would probably be
Oh,
smart.
God.
Hopefully he'll be a lot more keen on going through this option.
I'm sure he will if I just tell him, you can stay where you are. We're just going to build a wall around you, and no one can bother you from then on.
Hopefully he'll be into it. As they sort of finish up their dinner.
I'll get started on that after the dinner's over and after the meeting.
Well, unless there's anything else you'd like to talk about off the top of your heads right now.
Nope. Lumia's enjoying some food, though.
Me, no. What about you, Gira?
I am okay.
Alright, sounds like we've gotten the card. He sort of stands up, very excited. He's like only really finished half of his dinner while the others have finished their full dinner.
Oh, yeah, because he's been talking this whole time.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the talker of the three. Well, it was a pleasure meeting all of you, and I look forward to working with you. Kolvar. He gives a nod. Kolvar's watched in bewilderment.
Bewilderment?
Yeah, and then he just kind of stares as Aaron just storms out excitedly, and then Elduin just sort of follows, like trying to stop him, and then Kaelin just kind of looks, gives a nod, picks up Aaron's plate, and then walks out following them.
That's fair.
He has
I'm gonna
only
look at
eaten half his
Kolvar.
dinner. Kolvar looks back.
I'm gonna. So you look a little shocked there, Kolvar. What's wrong?
It is amazing watching you all do diplomacy. Remind me
I don't know
to
if that's a
never
positive or a negative.
Remind me to never watch it again.
It's definitely a negative.
That
This
was
is Horn's plan, and Lumia's just tagging along.
That was simultaneously the most and least awkward thing I have ever seen in my life, and I have seen a lot of awkward things.
Was it awkward? It actually felt pretty normal to me.
I
Well, of
pride
course,
myself
you-
on making situations awkward without trying.
It's easy to not feel awkward when you're the only one talking. I should probably mention you will be getting paid for this venture. You know,
We are or won't.
You will.
Oh,
Oh, well, that's
Money.
nice.
Our government will not be paying you directly, however, for each dinosaur that you happen to find and bring into this preserve, you'll be receiving bounties for them. You'll, for the most part, be put in charge of this place. I'm trusting you to not destroy everything. Please don't prove me wrong. I'm going out on
You
a
don't-
limb here.
You don't have to worry about a thing, Kolvar. You saw right here. I can be a wonderful diplomat, if need be.
if need be.
We'll see.
May not look it, but my eyes see a whole lot. Most people don't.
Allow me to be blunt for a second. This is mostly an experiment on our behalf. We don't know how this is going to go, however, you all might just be crazy enough to make it work. Or it will crash and burn in flames, in which case, we're not losing anything. He's going to be the one paying for most of it.
Oof.
That's understandable. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
I was usually the guinea pig in the Antwood.
Lumia just nods in understanding with that statement. Like, yep, sometimes you gotta test things out.
Well, I suppose I'll have to do the paperwork to make the appropriate preparations for the allocation of land, as well as supplies and the such. That just happened, dear gods. I suppose if there's any other questions you have, feel free to ask.
No, I think that's it.
Are there desserts?
Would you
Oh,
like?
you want dessert?
Would you
I
like?
got some.
Would you?
No,
what would you like
not
for
the candy.
dessert?
Just whatever. Just
Candy.
not candy. Nothing. Nothing with candy.
Actually, that's a good question to ask. Ethan,
Yes.
is it only candy, or are there other like liquid stuff
It is
too?
only
Liquid.
candy. It is just candy.
Thank
Is
God.
there like ice cream mixed candy?
It's pretty much just candy.
Okay. I can't pull like a Coke can out of here.
No, it's just candy. You can pull out a candy soda. Not an actual soda, but you know the little powdered candy.
The little
tastes
gummy
soda?
bottles?
Yeah.
That works.
Kolvar gives a clap, and the same server that gave Glenhorn the mushroom stuff before, he comes with a small plate, sets it in front of you, lifts the cover, and it's a large cream puff with powdered sugar on it.
Oh fuck yeah! Lumia will say thank you very quietly before just picking it up.
He gives a bow. He looks at Glenhorn and Gira in case they have a request for anything.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you, though.
Friend Colvar,
Yes.
can I help you do paperwork so you can get sleep?
Oh God.
Roll
Gira becomes
persuasion.
secretary.
I can help too.
That's not bad considering Gira has a -1 to charisma. That is a 6. A solid 6. A solid 16.
Oh, I was so worried it was a 6. I'm like, no, considering the -1 is pretty good.
Do you want me to roll my own, or do you want to roll?
What?
Do you want me to roll on my own, or do you want to roll?
Oh, is Glenhorn also offering?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize Glenhorn was also offering.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I said, like, I can help too.
Oh, I did not hear that.
It's up to you guys how you want to do it. Gira can roll with advantage, or Glenhorn can make his own roll.
I think they both have -1.
No,
I'm only negative in intelligence. I have positives in charisma.
Yeah, Glenhorn should definitely roll it because I honestly don't think I'm gonna get lucky enough to get higher than what I got.
My charisma, right? That's a 13, so not great. Not bad.
He, for the first time since you've known him, Gita, which has been a little while now, he actually chuckles and smiles a bit.
Oh,
Oh.
progress.
As sweet as the offer is, I will have to decline. Thank you, though. Your concern is welcome. And I appreciate it.
To mean that you will at least get a cat nap?
No.
Well, on that note, we're here for you, Kolvar, if you need anything.
I still have a lot of work to do, a little bit more now that this venture has actually been approved of.
I'm stressed. Gira makes that noise as he falls out of the chair.
No, Gira, it's fine, really. I'm used to this.
It is not fine.
I have been helping the queen rule this place.
Oh.
Sorry, I was thinking of a long time ago. I've been helping her rule this kingdom basically since she was anointed as the queen. I'm quite used to going long periods of time without sleep.
Just because you go long periods of time without sleep does not mean it is good for you. Take it as someone who has gone for 2 years with averaging 4 hours of sleep a night, if that.
Yes, and I've been doing it for several hundred.
Refrain.
Touche.
I will make no promises.
And Gira's still on the floor. I have to. He did not get up.
Please get up. Sit down.
Please take a cat nap.
I'm not going to take a cat nap.
Then I will not give up.
I still have more work to do. You're
I am a
just.
floor gremlin.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
Ethan,
Yes.
does coffee exist?
Oh my god.
Caffeine
Coffee
does exist. And maybe a more primitive version of the drink.
Okay.
The coffee bean does happen to exist. Whether or not
Got
Tevra
it.
has access to it is in question. Because of the
There are
climate required.
Right. There are such thing as coffee candies of concentrated caffeine.
Oh my
Well,
god.
with your bag of infinite candy, anything is possible. So,
Right. I'm gonna tell Kovar. So Kovar, I understand I've been offering people candy all day, but in this case, it's because it'll genuinely help. And I reach down and I pull out as caffeinated of a candy as I can,
I can
Don't kill
literally.
and hear me out. I ate one of these last night, and it kept me up for hours, energized.
You had caffeine.
Not what?
You had caffeine.
Yeah, I think.
I can smell the heart attack coming from that candy.
Right. It'll help with an energy boost, though, if you're not going to sleep.
I have coffee imported, I'll be fine.
All right. Garrett, do you want some?
Oh, God.
I'm going to give you the chance to rethink that question.
Even Gina knows.
I raise my eyebrows and look at him even more.
Wait, Glenhorn's still offering you the caffeine
Yeah.
candy? Oh my god.
You said that. I moved my arm closer and raised my eyebrows.
Oh my god. So that was a natural one.
Oh, God.
Gira looks at Kovar, looks at Olivia, and then says, I am very sorry, and then takes the candy and eats it.
Kovar looks mortified. He's known you long enough. That's probably not gonna end well.
Olivia just stuffs her face with the cream puff even more, trying to ignore the situation. In fact, she'll even look away from the situation. She'll be like, she doesn't say anything, but it's more of like, I don't want to look at either direction, but I'm gonna look this way because I'm more worried about that direction right now.
I'm starting to think that Illumia is tipping over from Tsundere to she just doesn't fucking like us anymore.
No, she's definitely still Tsundere. Just straight up, she's like, I'm not dealing with this right now. This dinner was awkward enough. That's up to Glenhorn to handle.
It's nighttime gear. We can go flying.
Oh
Let
god.
me just roll some things.
Kovar is looking at Illumia with a face of, please help me.
She has the same look.
His look gets worse. Because he knows that he's gonna be the one that has to take care of this.
Leave Glenhorn in charge of this. He's the one who gave Gira the candy.
Oh yeah, I got this. No worries.
It's not the current happenings that I'm worried about, it's the aftermath. I have to take care of everything you guys do here.
She's gonna turn to Glenhorn.
Look, worst comes to worst.
No worse comes to worse. Make sure this is the best case scenario possible.
Worst comes to worst, I'm not sleeping for another month at least.
I got sleep.
Then again, I'm not sleeping for another month at least anyways, but even more so.
How's Gira looking?
Well, let me just tell you what I rolled. I rolled a D20 and a D100. Do you want to know what the values were on both of those?
Absolutely.
a 19 and a 99.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Gira is vibrating as he stands.
Okay, she's gonna grab Gira.
Oh, at least
You
he's off
can
the floor.
try.
Oh god.
She's gonna stare Gira right in the eyes and be like, if you want Kova to sleep, you will behave.
Like I said, Gear, we can just go fly out into the forest if you want. We can
You
have
might
fun over
need
there.
to do that. You honestly.
Alright, Gear, let's get the rope tied. Come on.
Gira doesn't even grab the rope, he just latches onto your back.
Okay.
He moves very quickly. You don't really know how he got up there. He's suddenly on your back.
Spider monkey Gear, yeah. Alright guys, see you in a little while. And I'll start flying out of the castle. And when we get out, I'm gonna do a loop back around towards where the throne room was. And as I'm flying by, I'm gonna see if the queen is still there.
Oh my god!
She's not
Oh.
still there. You don't need to roll.
Thank
She's just not
God.
there. She's done for the day.
Thank
Okay,
fuck.
cool. We're going on an adventure.
Olivia's gonna finish her cream puff and just return to the room she was given.
Yeah.
Is there a tower to this castle? Is there like a highest point?
There is. And I'm terrified to say that, but there is.
Cool, I'm gonna fly to the highest point. What is it? What's it look like?
It is a large spiraling tower that emanates from the middle. You recognize it's kind of relative. It was above where the garden was. It sort of had openings that sort of go up into this swirling spiral that has a tipped point at the top. Good several hundred feet above. You're not sure what's exactly inside because you didn't explore it, but
It has no windows.
there is a window.
Oh god.
Cool, I'm gonna get the window. Maybe it can scare the fuck out of somebody.
There's
It's gonna
no.
be the fucking queen.
There's
Watch.
just no one in there.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna stand on the tip of it. Tell Gira, hold on. And I'm gonna leap off the edge.
You
Yeah.
leap off the edge.
Gira's like an overexcited child on a roller coaster.
Yeah, we're just free falling.
Yeah.
Hands up, legs still wrapped around as much as he can, but hands are up and he's going.
Yeah, this tower's like 700 feet high total. How far are you dropping?
To like the 100 or like 50-foot mark.
Is it 100 or is it 50?
Yeah, those are
100,
two
sure.
different values.
100. Cool. What do you do at the 100-foot mark?
At the 100-foot mark, I use the right again to gain my flight and take off straight as a bullet over the city.
I hate to say this, but Kira,
Oh no! It's the Gira roller coaster. We'll see how it goes.
do a dex saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh no!
Here it comes.
This is why I wanted the rope.
And Glenhorn,
You
do
realize that?
a dex saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh no!
Well, the good news is I rolled 2 15s, which makes a total of 19.
Okay.
So you're still
The
holding
good
on.
news is they weren't bad rolls, but they weren't great rolls.
Okay.
And this is to prevent you from getting whiplash.
I should mention.
It's a 12. 11 plus 1.
How's that whiplash treating you?
Let me look at something real quick.
Good luck, y'all.
Right. Good to know. Let me check something real quick.
Roll a con save to not be knocked unconscious from the G-force.
In fact, yeah, do a con save, actually.
16?
Let me just... I don't know if I have enough dice for this.
Oh.
I'll be fine. Alright.
Do I have enough dice for this?
You happen to have 20 D6?
I don't have 20 d6. I think I have 14.
I also have 14.
Or at least I have 14 on me. I might have more at home. I'm not sure. Wait,
Man, what a good song to die on.
Please. Do not.
Once again, Glenhorn has a wonderful day, and he dies.
I just...
He's just trying to make a roller coaster for his friend.
You should have done it safer.
No, it's safe.
So, yeah, I just looked up one on... I just used the dice thing online because I didn't want to have to try and find that many dice.
That's fair.
So, as you have a long since passed terminal velocity and you are bolting down, you attempt to jolt your way up in flight. You take 86 points of bludgeoning damage.
How much?
86.
Yep.
Is there both of us taking 86 points of bludgeoning damage?
Depends. Glenhorn, are you still alive even?
I don't
Nope.
That did double your maximum HP?
Oh, I mean, I'm unconscious, but...
Okay.
Okay, you're unconscious. Cool.
It almost did.
As you guys jolt down, Gira, you see him attempt to suddenly lift off into flight, and then something cracks, and it does not go the way you're thinking. You're still falling. You shouldn't be falling. You hit the ground, taking as well 86 bludgeoning damage.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Would Gita have time to enter a rage?
You'd have enough time.
Excellent.
You're falling fast as fuck, but you'd have just enough time to enter a rage if you really felt the need to.
I mean, just because having 4 hit points isn't great, I'd much rather have 47.
No judgment there. I didn't think I was going to be using this again anytime soon.
Yeah, because we're not in combat.
Yeah, I mean, tell you what. Roll me 2 d20s, Joseph.
2 d20s, okay. A 15 and a 12.
Roll me a D100.
Oh God.
57.
57. Ah,
Oh, how nice. You saved my death saves from last time.
cool. So, as this sort of crack happens, you enter your rage. What did you roll for the random effect chart?
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up so I know the thing. Oh gosh. No, that's the wrong tab. Is that one?
I am terrified.
Is it teleport?
I am genuinely terrified.
So as we hit the ground, in a 10-foot diameter, and there is now plant life on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
Help. Help.
Yeah, so a fucking field of like the grass and flowers and shit just fucking like pops up as soon as we hit the ground.
Uh-huh.
That's fitting.
Oh, lordy. I believe it disappears once my rage ends, though.
Yeah, you fall on this new bed of plant life. There's a lot of cracking as Glenhorn hits the ground. There appears to be a very big gash going along his left arm. Looks, to put it nicely, like shit. He is definitely not doing good. You are hyped up and like, oh god, I got really hurt. This was maybe not smart. Yeah, fucking. What do you do?
If you give me one hit point, I can probably heal myself.
Your friend is limp on the floor, face down.
Yeah, first things first, we're gonna try and stabilize that boy.
Yeah, do a medicine check.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's good. How does an 18 do for you?
He is stabilized.
Yay!
Where are we relative to, like, just where are we in the city right now?
You are in the center garden. There is a single white tree that is sitting in the center. There's some other various plant life, not quite as wild and sporadic as the plant life you just created.
Oh, Stingray is a hate point? I didn't know that.
You probably don't have a good frame of reference for where you are.
Okay.
So, when I hit the button stabilize, it put me at 1 hit point. Is that what it's supposed to do?
Yeah,
No,
I think
you.
so. Oh.
No, you have 0 hit points, you're still unconscious, you just don't have to make death saves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you're just not actively dying.
How heavy is Horn? Let's start there.
Very heavy.
Yeah, Yeah, he's 8 foot tall. You're like 2 foot something. So
Like I'm a plump. I'm a plump furbolg for one.
Okay,
he's a thick
cool.
boy.
With
He's a
that
thick
knowledge,
furbolg.
how many exits to the center garden are there?
There's 4.
There's 4. Okay.
One in each direction, though you don't have a frame of reference as to which direction is which.
Excellent.
Just don't blanket over here. I'll take my long rest.
It was a bit of a jarring crash.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go to the one that is, if you were looking at it from, like, on top of the thing, east.
Make an intelligence check to see if you know which one is east.
Oh, no, sorry. That was just, like, me telling you which
Oh,
direction.
okay.
He is not trying to run east.
Then
He's taking a random direction.
You run in a hyped up little gremlin, probably covered with some blood.
Oh, definitely has some blood on him. Like, probably all over.
Yeah.
Do I see any guards in the immediate vicinity?
There's one at the very end of the hallway.
Excellent. We are dashing full speed towards him.
This is important. How are you dashing at full speed towards him?
Oh no.
We're just kind of like waving and also like running very fast.
Do a persuasion at disadvantage to not appear threatening.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, the good news is I rolled a 13 and a 14. That is a 12.
He fucking bolts the second he notices you. You're just running in like, hey, raising your out. But to him, it's like a maniac psycho murderer is coming at him for the next victim. He books it down the hallway and disappears by the time you reach where he was. You're alone.
What a shitty guard.
Hey, for all you know, he's getting reinforcements. He just wasn't going to take that shit on alone.
Just splash some water on my face. Splash some water on my face.
That is very unfortunate, isn't it? So, give her a roll on that one. Which means, of course, that he's going to continue running after the guards.
Oh my gosh.
Do an do a survival to see if you can track where he went.
Oh god. Dice, why are you like 20? That's a 24.
You're trolling this poor man. He is yelling, help! Help! There's a psycho murderer coming after me! And you're just like...
I need help, hello! I am not a psycho murderer, I'm not trying to be conscious. My friend is unconscious in the courtyard and I need help.
You don't have to roll.
Hello, I am Kira.
He does not hear you. He is fucking terrified, dude.
You know, I really thought the night would end out on Gira and Glenhorn just sailing off into the forest, into the night. I'm dead in the fucking courtyard.
You're just face down with a pool of blood dripping from you. Gira's running around like a deranged murderer, scaring all the guards.
I've never seen a wholesome moment.
Olivia's just like alone in her room reading a book, like, yes, that's very interesting.
Speaking of Olivia, would she happen to hear any of this ruckus?
Roll perception to see if you hear it. Or what's your passive?
She heard
Passive?
She heard the crater.
That's a 14.
You don't hear it.
She don't hear it.
No.
You guys aren't getting any cure wounds till she knows.
You're not. You're not at this section of the castle.
Gotcha.
I think like noticing that he's screaming fucking like psycho murderer, Giva's gonna stop and be like, and look at himself and be like, I mean, I look bad, but I do not look that bad, I think.
Yes, but also keep in mind, you as well as Glenhorn have become cryptids. You've just been wandering around, basically putting everyone on edge all day, and now there's a bloodied goblin that is running at full speed towards this random guard who's already on edge.
Okay.
I apologize for my stupidity.
You have terrorized this castle in less than 24 hours.
So unfortunate. Okay. The nearest door. Knock on the nearest door.
So sorry for my stupidity.
Kolvar opens the door.
Oh no!
He opens it, he looks down at you. Oh, this better be good. Please don't tell me that's blood.
What?
Please don't tell me that's blood.
It is mine.
What happened?
And Glenhorn's.
Glenhorn miscalculated his trajectory, and I think he just got very, very hurt when he tried to change his direction while flying, and thus we landed in the courtyard. He is currently unconscious, and I do not know where Illumia is, and I know she has magics that can help him.
Change his direction of light. Wait. Fell and hit the ground. What the hell are you jumping off of?
The very tall tower. It was very fun until he passed out.
He raises a finger. Just a moment. Closes the door.
You have a health potion?
He opens the door back up. Alright, let's go get your friend Olivia, shall we?
I also think I may have scared a guard. I did not mean to, but evidently I look like a psycho murderer.
You've been scaring the gods all day. What? Yeah, you know what? You probably did look like a psycho murderer, to be fair. Let's go get Illumia. He'll lead you over to Illumia, knock on her door.
Yes.
Friend Illumia, Glenhorn did a bad. And we were fighting
Your friends jumped off of the tower, and now one of them is face down in the courtyard, apparently.
It's quiet for a moment. If you... a faint sigh can be heard.
She took it way better than I did.
Oh, trust me, it sounds like a heavy sigh, but it's gentle in its, like, volume.
Yeah.
It has its weight. But she gets up. Presumably she's just sitting in bed reading, so... because that's a mood. So she gets out and just looks down at Gira.
Who is covered in blood,
Yep.
mostly his own.
She acknowledges this. And is not worried about you, but the fact that Glenhorn is likely dead.
He is unconscious. Stable, but unconscious in the courtyard.
Where is he? She would
This
know where
way.
the courtyard is, yeah?
Gira starts running towards the courtyard.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, she's gonna go straight to it.
Kolvar goes with you guys.
Uh-huh.
And Gira still is hyped up from being caffeine, so he is like full on dashing.
He is speeding.
Kolvar keeps pace with Illumia. Ain't no way he's keeping pace with Gira.
That's fair.
He was like fucking running 80 feet in 6 seconds.
Gira got the speed force.
Alright. Spellcasting ability modifier. Which should just be intelligence. Alright, she's gonna cast it. Which she sees him, yeah?
Yeah. He is
He's on the
face
ground.
down. He looks like he has a pretty badly infected wound on his arm.
Okay, how many things look broken?
You couldn't even begin to tell.
All of them.
Yeah.
So this will be interesting. What she's gonna do is she's gonna cast it at the first level 2 times. to ensure that if there's anything broken and badly injured, it can just kind of be handled.
You give him
So-
his health and you cure his festering wound,
Great. So,
which was the lingering injury he got. So,
all right,
yeah.
the first one is 6. I'm still going with the second one because she's not sure how many. So, and a total of 11. And
You
of
gain
fair
11
work.
health, Glenhorn, as you feel yourself come to consciousness. A very searing pain in your arm subsides, sort of, and you're coming to.
Welcome back to the real world.
I cast True 3rd level!
Go for it.
Now, Gira, do you have anything broken on you?
I'm pretty sure most of my body is broken, but I do not care. He continues running.
So, I
Come
rolled,
here.
I
This
rolled
is
the
like-
3rd level cure wounds, and I got 2 1s and a 4.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
That's
So-
so.
Illumia will tap a Cure Wounds at first level on Gira, too, just to be safe. So if anything's broken on him, it's fixed. You get 7 HP.
Excellent. I'm up to 54.
It's fine, we're getting a long rest. So, all these spell slots come back.
And that is where we're gonna end tonight.
Probably smart.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to happen. You know, this was a learning experience.
Really?
Thank you, viewer, for watching.
Thank you, viewer.
I'm sorry.
I regret nothing.
Until next week.
Until